Are you one of the many Americans that deal with the effects of diabetes? Diva Skin Conditioner could be the remedy that you need. Diva Skin Conditioner is a formulation that was designed with you in mind. Diva Skin Conditioner comes with a money-back guarantee. That's how confident they are in their product. For more information, visit divafeet.com. That's D-I-V-A-H, feet.com. Or you can speak with a representative by dialing 903-270-0026.
The voice of student athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network.
Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium here at Grambling State University. Charles Edmond, Emmanuel Barnes. Braves will get the football here to start. Emmanuel Barnes and the Braves in the gold helmets, white uniforms, gold pants. Grambling in the black uniforms, gold numbers and pants. The Braves will be going from right to left here at the start. It'll be interesting to see this team. The Braves averaging 14.3 yards per kickoff return here, Emmanuel Barnes. So we'll see what kind of field position we get here right off the start.
I hope it's good, Charles. The return game has been well for us this year. It's the coverage game that has been giving us difficulty. But interesting, we won the toss and took the ball.
We always talk with Fred McNair about that, the decision, and we'll do that on Monday night, the Fred McNair radio show coming your way on this Monday night as we get ready for the kick. Crowd still filing in. And here is the kick. Mendez, the deep kick, and it's going to be down in the end zone.
Good smart move.
All right, so the Braves come out first down and 10. Felix Harper, 1,556 yards, 20 touchdowns to just 2 interceptions. Ball protection will be the key in this game as the Braves will take it at the 25 to start.
I didn't realize he had an interception. A couple of them he had, I thought, were overturned on penalties.
So first down for the Braves at the 25. And the Braves come out with Waller in the pistol formation. He shifts to the right of Harper. 3 receivers, 2 right, 1 left. Now Waller shifts to the left. And here is Waller on the jet sweep. And he's going to be upended for a loss back to the 15-yard line. A 10-yard loss on the jet sweep from left to right.
Grambling got good upfield penetration that time of line of scrimmage, Charles, and that was nowhere for that to go. Maybe if he had cut it in earlier, he might have gotten back near the line of scrimmage, but he kept trying to get it wide on the sweep, and we wound up losing yards on it.
Xavier Lodge, a 10-yard loss for Waller on the game's first play on the first carry. That's Waller's 98th carry of the year. Braves behind the chains, we talked about in the pregame. Second down and 18. Harper, 3-step drop. Look, throws, and the ball is caught. It's Pringle. Pringle tackles short of the 30-yard line, got the negative yards back, plus 4 more. So with Charles Pringle, his 29th reception with 8 touchdowns. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's see what Elliot Redden comes up with on third down and 6.
I just think the corners are playing off, so that was a great pickup for the Braves here. Let's see if they do a decent thing.
Third down and 6 for the Braves here.
If they're going to play that far off, Charles, we're going to run the same route.
All right, so 3rd and 6. The Braves come up with 3 receivers, 2 left, 1 right. Blair in motion left. Now shifts back to the right. Harper back to pass. Here's a pass, and this is caught. Waller out of the backfield to the 40-yard line, and it's a first down. Needed 6, got 13. Waller out of the backfield with the reception, and for Waller, it's his 15th reception of the year. Nice design play on the blitz, first down Alcorn.
He's run the ball so well, it's been lost on people that he really does have good hands coming out of the backfield.
So after that negative play on the jet sweep, the Braves get out of the hole, 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line, their own 40. And now on the RPO, here's Waller again down the sideline, and Waller picks up 4 to the 44-yard line.
Now that time, Charles, instead of taking it on outside, he cut the ball in, turned it upfield, and got probably 6 out the deal. Looks like based on where they're marking it.
Yep, a little better pickup.
Yeah, a little better than I thought.
2nd down and 4. So 6 for Waller. Braves short of midfield at their 47. On 2nd down, here's Waller again, falling forward to the 49.5, where it'll be 3rd down. Emmanuel Barnes with a long one.
long one. I thought he might get a little more. Grambling did a good job of closing that because at the inception, it looked like he was going to get the first down.
All right, here we go. We had a 2nd and long on this drive. We had a 3rd down and 7. Now 3rd and 2 on this drive at midfield. Scoreless game just underway. We play 3 minutes. Braves scan here to the right. Here on 3rd down, the Braves have Rodarius Anderson, Pringle, and Blair to the left. Strong side left on 3rd down, and a long one from their own 49. And now here is Waller again, and they try to go wide, and he loses yards again. A loss of 6.
That might have just done a bad read. If Felix had kept that, he might still be running.
So to bring up 4th down and long, Cedric Tillman. We had 3rd and 1 in the jet sweep to the right. There's negative yards. That's the 2nd time on this drive. That jet sweep to the right didn't get us much.
Yeah, the tight end missed the block on the defensive end, and he was the one that got the pressure that time, guys.
All right, so now we have a punting situation for McCullough. Well, that's 30-yard line, the snap, and the kick. End over end. It's going to be caught at the 23-yard line to the 25. It goes out of bounds at the 27-yard line. So the Braves were pinned back deep to 25 to start. A couple of negative plays on the jet sweep. Picked up a 1st down and had to punt, and now the Tigers will have the football inside their 30 to the 28-yard line. And Jeremy Hickbottom, the 6'4 redshirt junior from Mobile, Alabama, had 185 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns. So you have to pay attention to him. Yeah. Kellen Elder, the redshirt freshman, who had a touchdown last week in the backfield to his right.
I was a little surprised on that last play. I thought we might go straight ahead with that.
Hickbottom looking for the screen, and this is caught to the 30-yard line, 35, 36-yard line, a gain of 8. They looked left, and they went back to the screen to the right side. So a 8-yard gain in the pickup. Le'Veon Richardson, the redshirt junior.
He's made a good effort on that because I thought really we had that defended pretty well. I didn't think he was going to get 8 yards out of it, but kept his legs moving, made a couple of little cuts, and did a good job on it.
2nd down and a couple for the Tigers. We played 4.5 minutes of this first quarter, and we have a timeout taken by Grambling right off the start. Well, we've talked about this game, the importance of it. 3 teams impacted by this game. Of course, the Braves control the East with Jackson State and Alabama A&M kind of right there. And in the West, obviously this game is huge for Grambling to stay in the Western Division race. Southern playing Virginia Lynchburg.
That won't count.
And Southern, they have 2 games left. They could play at Jackson State next week, and in the Bayou Classic a couple of weeks after that.
This thing is not settled, Charles. You start with.
The Tigers have Donald Johnson in the backfield. Had 4 carries for 41 yards last week. Johnson at 5'8", 165-pound redshirt freshman from Ruston. Now on the carry, here's Hickbottom falling forward on the 2nd and 2. Didn't get it. It'll be 3rd down and 1 coming up here, Cedric Tillman. All right, back to you. What does Cedric Thornton's defense dial up on 3rd and 1?
Yeah, let's see what we do here. 3rd and short, he's bringing in some substitutions here. Let's see what Grambling do on this one, guys.
We got to get somebody on this slot receiver. We got him now. Like I said, we don't have that covered.
You got to account for Hickbottom as well on 3rd down and 1. And it's going to be a 1st down run, straight up the middle. Nothing fancy, as they say, running it downhill. A 1st down carry for Kellen Elder, one of their running backs. You got Kevin Dominique in the backfield, as well as Elder, Cottrell Starks, C.J. Russell, and Jakari Nichols. We'll see some of those guys throughout the course of the game. So it's a 1st down. Hickbottom rolling to his right. Pump fakes, throws. Ball is high, incomplete. Intended for Devontae Davis, who had 4 receptions for 80 yards last week.
That's all that was, Charles. That's high. He better throw might have been able to get it in there. He really threw it into double coverage, so maybe good that it was high. Good for him, I mean, because we might have had a chance at that because he actually threw that into double coverage.
The Tigers have a big tight end, Khalif Jackson, the 6'5", 244-pound grad student off to the left side for blocking purposes, maybe a decoy on 2nd down and 10. And now they run it on 2nd down, and the Braves stuff it. On 2nd down, Elder.
Interesting, the Braves have been playing off on the covers, and that time they came up and they buttoned down, they locked down on the 2 outside receivers and stuffed the middle, and Grambling ran right into the teeth of it.
So 3rd down coming up. 3rd down and 12. So 3rd and 12 for the Tigers. Left to right here in this first quarter. We played 6 minutes, scoreless. Hickbottom back to pass. Looks, throws over the middle, and almost a one-handed catch by Lyndon Rash. He led him, but a little bit too far, and it'll bring up a punting situation for Miguel Mendez.
He had actually gotten behind the safety.
So Mendez on the kick.
Would have had to been a perfect throw, though.
They have Mendez as well as Garrett Urban, the redshirt sophomore, does their kicking duties. Juan Anthony back for the Braves, standing at his 20-yard line.
Good to see him back. You know, early in the year he had issues with that hamstring and seems to have healed well, and he gets it warmed up pretty good before the game. So good to have him back.
Rugby-style kick, short kick. Anthony gets away from it inside the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10. Sideways roll down to 7. So we'll take a break here with 8:41 left in the first quarter. Braves get it inside their 10, the second drive. Back in 1 minute, scoreless. 8:41 left in the first on the Alcorn Football Radio Network.
The Old Country Store, located Highway 61 in Lorman, Mississippi, where you'll find the best soul food around. They're open daily, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. People come from all over to try Mr. D's famous fried chicken. Good. And to hear him sing the Grandmama song. Go by and see Mr. D and his crew. You'll be glad you did. You can call them at 601-4373-661. That's 601-4373-661. The Old Country Store. They're proud supporters of WPRL 91.7 FM and Alcorn football. Go Braves, go. The Old Country Store. Good.
Everybody hear me when I say that the blues is back and it's here.
Did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
At WPRL 91.7 FM.
Back here at Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium, Braves with their second possession. First drive started at their 25.
Not sure why we didn't catch that punt, though. We let it land, and then once it landed on that turf, it just kind of dribbled on down, and now we've kind of backed up on our own goalpost.
Braves and Grambling, scoreless. Game on ESPN3.com. We'll have another ESPN3.com game in a couple of weeks. Jackson State game. Also, you can watch that on the ESPN family of networks online. Well, Cedric Tillman, we'll check in with you as the Braves defense was able to get Grambling off the field, but we're back up here to start the second drive.
Yeah, I agree. Definitely, that's what Fred was telling me. He should have fair caught that ball, you know, to save us the yardage that time, guys.
Okay, so I wasn't.
Yeah.
Hey, what's the difference between 3 and .com?
It's ESPN3. That's the website, and then .com, just like alcorn.edu. It's ESPN3.com.
So, okay, so like I know they got ESPN2, so 3 is not a regular TV.
No.
Okay.
It's only online.
Okay.
Of course, the SWAC championship game, you'll be able to watch that on television. All of ESPN's events you can watch online, of course. And
I watched some games this year. My kids hooked it up to the I just didn't know how we were doing it.
Yep. You know. It's all online. Of course, you can go from your laptop to your television with the smart TVs these days. All right, second drive for the Braves inside the 10. Harper 2 yards deep in his end zone. It's going to take off. Harper to the 10, Harper to the 15, and Harper to the 20-yard line. So Harper, a 12-yard pickup and a first down for Felix Harper and the Braves there. Good job by Felix Harper. We know he can run the football. 33rd carry of the season. He's got 3 touchdowns and a 12-yard pickup right there.
He was looking to throw the ball. Actually, Charles did a good job. Then all of a sudden, the middle of the field opened up, so he took the first down and was judicious about it because he got down early.
Yeah, here's Waller with a short pickup of a couple. Outside the 20 to the 22, about a 2.5-yard gain, second and a long 7, with 8 minutes left in this first quarter. Alcorn and Grambling, game of the week in the Southwestern Athletic Conference.
It's good to see Waller getting healthy. You know, he was nicked up early in the year, but we're in this run now, this stretch run, all these games counting, so it's going to be great to have him healthy.
Second down and a long 7 here for the Braves, right to left in this first quarter. Harper looking left all the way, and pass is Everett with the catch. Everett, nice sliding catch down that right side. Short of the 25. It'll bring up third down and about 5 for the Braves.
Good catch and good throw, but didn't get much out of it, but he did secure it.
A square out there to Everett. Third down coming up. Third down and 5 for the Braves. They're at the 24. They need to get to the 29. Third down and 4 here. Play clock at 15. So the Braves have an opportunity here. Third down and 5. Anderson left to right. And now here's a pass again. And this is caught at Chris Blair at the first down. So Chris Blair making his presence felt, his 22nd catch of the year on third down and 5. Well, the Braves have been kind of medium and behind the chains, Emmanuel Barnes, and they have found a way to keep drives alive.
Trying to keep them alive here, Charles. Grambling giving them a pretty good cushion. I guess they're respecting that speed and quickness of Blair and Pringle and Anthony because they're giving them 10 yards.
So the Braves, 3 receivers left, 1 right. Scoreless game. Lob snap, and Harper gets it to Waller, and Waller upended. Well, that's his third negative play on that little, and that time he had to make something out of it because it was a lob, low, sloppy snap to Harper and a loss of about 4, second and 14.
Yeah, just a bad exchange between the center and the quarterback.
Well, the Braves have had second and 17, here second and 14. Already 6 minutes left in the first quarter. Both teams trying to run the football here, obviously, and already 9 minutes into this first quarter, second and 14 in the scoreless game.
Yeah, Braves fans will be happy to know that Nico Duffy is back in the lineup.
Harper straight back to pass, going to allow this one long and deep for Anderson. He couldn't get there. A little too much air under it, and Radarius Anderson, boy, left his feet, did everything he could, and a pretty decent throw by Harper, third and long coming up.
And LaShawn Pringle was wide open out here in the flat near the 45-yard line. I guess Harper may not have seen him, but he was waving at him, saying, throw it to me.
All right, Cedric Tillman, back to you, third and 14, behind the chains here. Let's see if we can keep the drive alive.
Yeah, let's see what we can do here because these guys are playing off, man. They at least 10 yards off the ball. The safeties they're playing equal. The safeties and corners, so they're giving you everything underneath. Let's see what we can do.
All right, let's see if we can get it a first down. Harper being chased, and here is Duffy trying to make a man miss to the 25 and falls down short of the 30-yard line. We'll mark him at the 29, back to the original line of scrimmage, fourth down and 13, and the Braves have the punt.
Grambling's counting on getting good pressure up front. So far, that's what they're doing. The defensive line really getting off the ball, not giving you time to get the ball out. So they're counting on that line covering up for the fact that those corners might not be that stout.
Fourth and long here, and McCullough. Special teams could flip the field in a close game as we expect. That could make the difference. So every punt is critical. Good snap, good kick. McCullough standing at his 15. Good snap and a pretty good kick, a great kick. Fair catch called for and made inside the 30-yard line to the 25-yard line as that ball was caught by Devanir Martin, the sophomore from Dothan, Alabama. And we have a timeout. We'll take it right here with 4:55 left in the first. Scoreless. Second Tiger Drive coming up in 1 minute on the Alcorn Football Radio Network.
Alcorn State University and the Trademark and Licensing Administration have joined to coordinate the placement of the university marks, both externally and internally, on items including shirts, caps, or other products. The university licenses will only use those products which reflect positively upon the university and are in keeping with the university's mission. The trademark and licensing of the Alcorn State University insignia was established to protect the Alcorn State University name and identifying marks. Trademark and Licensing Administration works to preserve and promote the university's long-standing reputation as a center of academic and athletic excellence. Merchandise vendors wishing to use the university's identifying marks on commercial products must be licensed vendors who have obtained permission to use Alcorn State University marks by securing trademark licenses. Campus organizations that want university identifying marks on their internal use products must hire licensed vendors to produce these items. To learn more about the licensing and trademark requirements, visit www.alcorn.edu/trademark.
To Memorial Stadium, halftime in Huntsville. That game started at 1 o'clock. Jackson State 14, Alabama A&M 13. A&M 2-2 in the conference. Jackson State 3-1. The loser of that game, you can pretty much write a ticket out of the Eastern Division race, especially for A&M. A&M with 2 losses, they can't afford a third. They probably won't get there. But Jackson State very much alive, and they're playing well right now. The win over Valley, then Prairie View, then UAPB, and Jackson State with a 1-point lead over A&M, who all they needed was a defensive stop last week at Southern, and they would very much be in the hunt. They still are, but in a much better position. 14-13, Jackson State Emmanuel Barnes over Alabama A&M at halftime.
Oh, yeah, that's going to be interesting to see how that one plays out. And you're right about that game last week at Southern, you know. And same thing, that game in Jackson last week was interesting because Pine Bluff was there for a 2-point conversion. They tied at 14. They snapped the ball over the quarterback's head back out to the 25. And then they had a kick return for the touchdown. That was the difference in the ball game.
Pine Bluff, an up-and-coming team. We know Cedric Thomas, who was a secondary coach and defensive coordinator at Alcorn. He'll get that thing figured out for sure. All right, the Tigers, their second drive at the 25-yard line. Hickbottom, one of 3 quarterbacks on the roster. Play action. Steps up, check down. Caught to the 25, down the sideline to the 30, and pushed out of bounds. Darquez Britton, the redshirt freshman from Tallahassee, down the sideline. It's a little check down the sideline. And Britton, 5'7", 160.
He gained about 4 yards out of it. He was a relief valve because he couldn't get what he wanted downfield.
Second down, and they go back to the run here, and missed tackle and just plowing it ahead is Johnson.
He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage. Looked like he was going to break out of there with it. And then all of a sudden it collapsed.
Got to the 30-yard line, so it's 3rd down and 5 coming up here for the Grambling Tigers with 4:20 left in this first quarter. Scoreless ball game. Both teams with 2 possessions. The Braves started at their 25 and then inside their 10. Tigers here with 3rd down and 5. Hickbottom back to pass, looking left all the way, then flushed out to his right, and he's just going to throw this one away. But it was almost caught by Davis. Even if he caught it, he would have been well out of bounds. Braves getting good pressure. Emmanuel Barnes ran on that far side, and good pressure by the Braves up front. Also leading the way, Bonds.
So far, the 2 defensive lines have been the story of the game. Our defensive line on their offensive line, and their defensive line has been winning the battle against our line.
Sometimes games do come down to the trenches, and for those who love those type of things, my buddy Carlos Brown loves the trenches, and this will be his type of game, at least to this point.
Charles better watch out for Virginia Lynchburg.
Mendez on the kick. He hit the deck. No roughing the picker penalty, and Pringle with the catch. No out of bounds to the 26.
He tried to draw it. Good job on his part. He might have a career in Hollywood, but nobody touched him, and the referee was right there to see it. But you can't blame him. Try to work it. You never know. They may throw it.
All right, that takes us to another timeout. 14-13 in Huntsville here, scoreless with 3:50 left in the first. Back in a minute on the Alcorn Football Radio Network.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers. I can make a difference. Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we were separated. We were all scrambling and had no idea how to find each other. The whole experience was the most frightening 10 hours of my life. If there's one piece of advice I offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm. Don't ignore this message.
Some parents plan ahead.
Today night at 6 o'clock, we'll recap this game and look ahead to A&M, Alabama A&M, and Akil Glass. That's who's their trigger man, Akil Glass, a senior from St. Louis, Missouri. So we'll be looking at him next week.
He had a good day against Southern.
Other games in the conference, of course, this game, Alabama State, Texas Southern, 9:18 left in the first quarter from Houston. Bama State with a 7-0 lead over Texas Southern. Of course, this game has the interest of the Jaguar Nation. They're playing Virginia Lynchburg today at Mumford Stadium. Of course, Southern's hoping for a Grambling loss, which would give them a couple of losses, and for the Jaguars, all they would have to do is win next week at Jackson State. That game could be the game of the week next week, depending on what happens here. Alcorn A&M, Southern Jackson State. Of course, Jackson wins. They stay in the hunt. The Jaguars control the West.
I might go down to the Bayou Classic this year. You know, I retired, and we're not playing that weekend. I don't have much else to do. Let me go down and enjoy New Orleans that weekend. I've never done the Bayou Classic.
It's always a lot of fun. 1st and 10 from the 27. Third drive from the Braves. They start at the 25. At the 27, here's Duffy on the jet sweep, and that loses yards. The third negative play for the Braves on that jet sweep from left to right.
We might need to put that play on the shelf for a while.
Well, a loss of 5, 2nd and 15. Fred McNett talks about playing behind the chains, and we've done that on our first 3 drives. 2nd and 15 here with 3:22 left in the first quarter, scoreless. We had Duffy in negative plays and Waller with 2 negative plays on the jet sweep. On 2nd and 15, Harper back to pass, looking left, throws, and his ball is caught. Juan Anthony with a first down catch, a gain of 20.
We haven't gotten that sweet block yet, but we've done well throwing the ball, so maybe we're going to go ahead and throw it for a while.
Juan Anthony Jr. from Woodville, Mississippi. And the Braves trying to get back with Anthony.
Lost
and complete second down at the 42-yard line.
No, he don't say he caught and lost the yard. He lost his footing.
Second down and 11. So 2nd and 11 for the Braves. So Juan Anthony, 8th reception now. A couple of receptions. That one lost a couple. 2nd down and 12. Braves at the 42-yard line in this scoreless game. 2:23 left in the first quarter. On 2nd down, Anthony shifts in motion, left, now back to the right, and Felix Harper can run. Boy, it's open. Midfield, 45. Slides down at the 42-yard line. A gain of 15 and a first down.
Second time that's opened up for him like that. He got as many yards as he could get, and then he was wise not to take that unnecessary contact.
Braves going fast here in Grambling territory at the 44. Scoreless game here.
Running your NASCAR set.
Braves scan.
Uh-oh.
You got Pringle, Blair.
I knew we couldn't get out of here without that scan.
And Anthony to the right. Nigel Wood on the tight end, and the Braves go back to the run here. Positive gain of 4.
Straight ahead, good run, good blocking up front, good 4 yards on first down. Anybody take that. They take that in the NFL.
So Nico Duffy, a gain of 4, 2nd and 6 with 90 seconds left in the first quarter. Well, the Braves in Grambling territory.
No, we got your scan in. We're going to get the field crooked in.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Demetrius Lewis on a tight end.
Won't have any close calls.
Well, Lewis a tight end for blocking purposes. Maybe a check down here. 2nd down and 6 with 1:07 left in the first quarter. Scoreless. Braves at Grambling's 40-yard line. On 2nd down, Harper back to pass, being chased, and he throws it, and this ball is caught. A jump ball, and Rodarius Anderson at 6'5" with two defenders in his grill, Cedric Tillman. A terrific catch to the 11-yard line.
That was definitely a jump ball, and he went up and got that one, guys. That was a great catch.
And Broderick Fobbs is going to take a timeout on defense.
He may want to make sure they look at it, make sure his feet went down. That may be what he's doing. Let him look at it.
Well, right now we are situated behind Tiffany Green and Jay Walker and looking right at the monitors. We are above the ESPN setup.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's going to be worth a look if Broderick Fobbs wants to take a look at it.
I'm just saying that might have been what it was. He just may be trying to get his defense settled down. You know, they do a good job with that broadcast, and I'm embarrassed to say I didn't know that young lady's name. I just know that they do a good job with the broadcast, and I've heard her several times. Yeah.
Yep, Tiffany Green and Jay Walker.
Okay. I know Jay. Yeah. They make a pretty good team.
Well, it looks like they're not going to look at it here. So the Braves, 1st and 10 from the 11-yard line. Well, Cedric Tillman, our third drive. We've been behind the chains this entire first quarter, but yet Felix Harper's made plays with his feet, and that time his arm, and Rodarius Anderson with his hands a moment ago.
Oh, yeah, that was great. He was definitely double coverage on that one. He went up and got that ball, guys. That was a nice catch.
See, if he'd have been our height, we'd be in trouble.
Here's Harper. Look, throws, check down. Rodarius Anderson again with the catch to the 5-yard line. Short of the first down. He needs to get to the 2, so 2nd down and 3. A gain of 7 on the carry. That'll take us close to the end of the quarter.
Harper did a good job of not panicking in the pocket. They rushing all around him. He stepped up, kept his eyes down the field, and found Anderson for a good 7-yard gain. And that's a good job on his part. You may not notice it, but Harper did an excellent job of managing the pocket that time.
On 2nd down, there's a play fake for Harper. Look, throws, and his ball's high and complete. Had an open Blair in the middle of the end zone. Harper might have been able to take off for it. He had room on that left side there, Cedric Tillman.
Yeah, it was wide open. He lost his footing. He kind of threw it behind him. Yeah, Blair tried to stop and reach back and get it, and he lost his footing. But, yeah, that was wide open. They went with that fake, man. The whole defensive line, linebacker, everybody.
But, you know, that comes from his instinct to throw the ball first. But it looked like it was open in front of him where he might have been able to run, but he's trying to let his teammates help him win the game. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that's the instinct to throw the ball first.
3rd down and 3. And on 3rd down, here is Waller with the carry. Waller gets to the 3. He's a yard short. And that's going to take us to the end of the quarter, and Fred McNair has to make a decision. They need to get to the 2. He's marked at the 3. 4th and 1 coming up here at the end of the first quarter. We'll take a break. 4th and 1, decision time for Fred McNair. You take the points, you go. We'll find out. 1 minute timeout. Scoreless from Grambling. Back in a minute. This is Braves Football.
Face, work, sports, bikinis. 18-year-old guys have a lot on their minds. Accidentally breaking the law probably isn't one of them. Yet that's exactly what young men will be doing if they fail to register with Selective Service. So if you know a guy turning 18, do him a favor. Remind him. Fortunately, it'll only take him a few minutes because that's all it takes to register at sss.gov. Then he can get back to his distractions. Homework. sss.gov. Register. It's the law.
Hi, this is Adam Rodriguez. Did you know that today 1 out of every 4 American kids is Hispanic? That means many of the future doctors, engineers, scientists, and entrepreneurs of our country can be your kids. We all know how hard it is for you to send them to college. This is why we want you to know you are not alone. Many support you, and the Hispanic Scholarship Fund helps you prepare, plan, and pay for your kids' college education. Learn more at hsf.net. Brought to you by the Hispanic Scholarship Fund.
All right, as we get ready for the second quarter, 4th down and a long yard. From here, you're looking roughly 20-21 yard field goal attempt for McCullough. And McCullough's 6 of 10 on the season. And this would be his first attempt at a field goal between 20 and 29 yards this season, Emmanuel Barnes. And
that's amazing. You would think we would kick some. He's had several, but it's not within that range.
Nope.
Well, they've either been closer or further out.
Yep.
What you said.
That's as long as made is 44. So, again, from here, you're looking at, 21-yard attempt. You're at the 4. You need to get to the 3. McCullough and the kicking unit already on the field. So, Cedric Tillman, they tried to ground and pound with Waller that time. Cedric Tillman, they tried to ground and pound with Waller. Came up a little bit short, and now they're going to settle for the field goal.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to go to, for the field goal here. Not sure what's going on now.
Still TV time out. The red hat's still on the field.
Okay.
So a long commercial timeout here. Jay Walker, Tiffany Green on the call on ESPN3.com. Alabama State over Texas Southern 14-0 in the first quarter. Kind of had
Southern might have done all they could do over here last week. Huh?
Yeah, I think they left a lot of energy here.
May have left it here.
This is the first field goal attempt from this distance, 20-29. They'll mark it at the 10, a 20-yard field goal attempt.
It's going to be a fake, Charles. We're going to throw the ball to the tight end. I'm just messing with you, Charles.
Yeah, you take the points, obviously. All right, so McCullough on for a 20-yard attempt. We talked about special teams. It's got to be critical. Greg Blue, our other kicker, the holder. Snap back ball now. Kick is up, and the kick is good. All right, so the Braves with the lead 3-0. Cedric Tillman, we took the points. We got the points.
Yeah, just got to play football right now. Just take the points.
So Emmanuel Barnes, a good drive. Felix Harper getting it done with his feet, a big run and a big throw, kind of set it up to Rodarius Anderson, who had really, people ask about Rodarius Anderson. He got hurt in his Celebration Bowl last year, and Fred McNair says he really is still trying to recover from his injury suffered in that game.
So, yeah, but he's come a long way this year, Charles, and he's made some really great catches.
So Rodarius Anderson, big catch and double coverage.
But I think once we overthrew the Blair in the back of the end zone, that was our shot. I think we just decided we would settle for the 3 points because we missed our big opportunity.
Time of possession in this game, 11:39 to 3:36 to this point in the game, almost 3-1.
Oh, we're trying a different kicker, Charles. Blue is kicking.
The left-footed kicker, kind of a coffin corner kick from the 25-yard line to the 30 and all the way out to the 35-yard line, maybe the 36, where Jakari Nichols on the short coffin corner kick, and the Tigers blew. That's the first kick by someone other than McCullough, and I can't even remember.
Can't even remember when. I thought he may have been wanting to get it a little deeper than that, but you could tell what it was. It was designed not to have him return it. So what, we're going to kick it again?
Oh, I didn't see a marker there. So
yeah, he's picking it up over there on the 30 at the 38-yard line.
The offsides?
I don't know. I don't know why you would kick it again if it's a 5-yard penalty.
So 5-yard pin. Well,
he called something. He called a 15-yard penalty.
Cedric Tillman, I missed that.
We all missed it because I'm not sure what's happening.
He marked off 15 yards.
I can hear Fred McNair in the distance. Oh, sideline interference on that far side.
Without a warning. Oh, my goodness. That is absolutely amazing.
Well, the Tigers go back to the run here, and one of their better positive plays, Kevin Dominique, the redshirt sophomore. So Dominique, gain of 7, second down and 3. On second down, back to the run again. And Tigers pick up a first down, a gain of 4. So first down, Solomon Muhammad with the tackle, and Grambling going in their NASCAR set here. 3-0 the Braves with the lead, but here come the Tigers out of the pistol, and they go back to the run here and tripped up. Good job by Burke as he tripped up Donald for no gain. Number one, tripping up number one.
Yeah, he's done a good job playing the run. He's getting a little better back out, getting his legs back under him out in that coverage, you know. For a while, it looked like they were kind of picking on him, but he's been getting better lately.
Kevin Dominique back in the backfield to the right of Hickbottom. On second down, a little pitch to Dominique to the 35, to the 30, inside the 30, down to the 27-yard line, where it will be third down and a yard coming up here for the Grambling Tigers, 3rd and 1. Played a minute and a half of this second quarter, 3-0, the Braves with the lead, but the Tigers on the march inside the Braves 30. On 3rd down and 1 on the RPO, and it's a first down, Dominique. So he needed 1, he got 6, and Cedric Tillman, the Tigers on the march.
Yeah, I believe the Gremlins found something here. They're going with the NASCAR again.
So first down, just inside the red zone. Now they run the stretch play here, and this is the Tigers' Donald Johnson for about a half-yard gain. And a flag out at the end.
That's going to be on Grambling's offensive line.
Unsportsmanlike.
Going to be a chop block, I believe, unless I missaw what I saw.
All right, so let's get this call here. At the tail end of the play, flag came out in the scrum. Unsportsmanlike.
75.
So a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, you could see it. It was up top, and he dived straight at his leg, cut his legs off of him.
And that foul on William Waddell. Trying to see. Looking at the replay, I see it there. Didn't get the angle. So this pushes the Tigers all the way outside the 35 to the 37-yard line of Alcorn, and they need to get to the 13. Hickbottom will take off to the 40, 35. Hickbottom lowers his shoulder and is dropped at the 29-yard line. Solomon Muhammad brought him down. So Solomon Muhammad with the tackle. Second down and long for the Tigers at the 30. They need to get to the 12. 3rd and 18. 3rd and 18. So on 3rd down, Dominique to the left of Hickbottom. Back to pass. Look, throw, caught. 15-yard line, short of the first down. Pass caught to Lyndon Rash. 4th down and a couple. Need to get to the 13 for the first down, but it looks like they're going to take the points here. So you got Miguel Mendez, 7 of 13 in the field goal department, trying to tie this game.
32-yarder.
11:48 left till halftime. Snapback ball down. Kick is up, and the kick is perfect. We're tied at 3. Timeout coming up. 11:39 left here in the second quarter. Alcorn 3, Grambling 3. Back in a minute here on the Alcorn Football Radio Network.
University Trademark and Licensing Administration have joined to coordinate the placement of the university marks, both externally and internally, on items including shirts, caps, or other products. The university licenses will only use those products which reflect positively upon the university and are in keeping with the university's mission. The trademark and licensing of the Alcorn State University insignia was established to protect the Alcorn State University name and identifying marks. Trademark and Licensing Administration works to preserve and promote the university's long-standing reputation as a center of academic and athletic excellence. Merchandise vendors wishing to use the university's identifying marks on commercial products must be licensed vendors who have obtained permission to use Alcorn State University marks by securing trademark licenses. Campus organizations that want university identifying marks on their internal use products must hire licensed vendors to produce these items. To learn more about the licensing and trademark requirements, visit www.alcorn.edu/trademark and licensing.
Here live at Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium at Grambling State University. 3-3 game Both teams defensively are kind of buttoning down the hatches. Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty took the Tigers out of what they wanted to do and had to settle for a field goal. And Felix Harper or Darius Anderson making plays to get the Braves points earlier.
What's going to hurt them when they review that was on the side away from the ball. And not even sure what was necessary, but saw it when I thought that's what it was when they threw it. Because I saw him at his the lineman going at his legs and ankles, cut him out from under him, and the kid fell back on top of the lineman. And the official threw the ball through the flag and hit him with it. So it's kind of obvious that's what that was going to be.
Coming up at the half, we're going to talk with SWAC Commissioner Dr. Charles McClellan. At least once a year during football season, we talk with the commissioner to talk about some SWAC issues, if there's any, and, of course, the 8-game mandate will start next year. We've got some interesting thoughts on football scheduling and going forward. There's, of course, the master schedule. The conference has that. The next 10 years, you'll know which games count and which don't. So
are we going to ever get back to that? Every game count?
Nope.
Not going to happen.
Not going to happen.
That's just me now. I just think that's fundamentally unfair because, you're going to play, some teams are going to get to play some teams that just aren't competitive right now, and that game will count.
Here is the kick, and the end zone's going to be brought, not going to be brought out. So first down and 10. Southern University released their schedule. Of course, we'll be going to Southern University next year. They released their schedule out a couple weeks ago. All right, so the Braves at the 25-yard line, Cedric Tillman, a defensive battle. That's something that we expected here at this point.
Yeah, we just missed our opportunity that time to put it in zone. But I see Waller is over here on the sideline, guys. I think he's trying to stretch out a little bit, so he's out for the moment.
All right, will give us an update as we roll along. That was to the left of Harper on the snap. It was to his left. Then it was fumbled, and Harper fell on it. Another negative play. Jet sweeps have hurt, and that time that fumble hurt, a loss of 4.
It looked like he's trying to give it to Nico, and Nico might not have been expecting it.
First of all, that snap to him was to his left, so he had to adjust there. And then the ball hit the ground on the exchange to Duffy. So a loss of 4.5. Second down and 14. Another low snap, but Harper gets it off, and here's a pass down the field, and his ball's incomplete, short, underthrown, intended for Blair. So third down and 14 coming up for the Braves here. Well, the Braves have done a decent job in this first half of eradicating the negative plays and picking up first downs. Can they do it here, Manuel Barnes?
We don't know, Charles. They just changed that center. They took Ibrahim out and put the freshman back in there.
Milburn.
Put Milburn back in there.
All right, third down and 14 for the Braves. 11:02 left till halftime, 3-3 game. Anthony in motion, right to left on third down long, and this got behind. Harper gets it on a hop, and he just throws it to Anthony. What is going on here? Anthony trying to turn it upfield, and he's dropped for no gain.
Well, that's 3 bad snaps out of 4.
We took out our starting center, put Milburn in, Cedric Tillman. I don't know if Harper took his eyes off the ball or what. But a negative play there.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there, but definitely a bad snap. Handle of the snap, I wasn't sure on that one. But, yeah, we definitely got to get that squared away.
Bad series overall for the Braves right there.
You have to put the long snapper in there.
All right, so McCullough at his 10, the snap, and this is blocked. Partially blocked. Tigers trying to pick it up, and it's a scrum at the 28-yard line. It's partially blocked. Well, we talked about special teams, and the Tigers have it inside the 35 of Alcorn.
It took too long to kick it.
The snap to McCullough. Right up the middle. Right up the chute, as they say, and the Tigers have the football on the partially blocked punt at the Braves 35-yard line.
That looked like it was slow developing, so, in terms of the kick, he just didn't get it on out of there.
Marshall Jackson got the block. Well, we talk about momentum. The Braves a negative series offensively, then a leak on special teams. Now let's see what happens with the defense here. 1st and 10 for the Tigers. Hickbottom back to pass. Deep drop, steps up, dances, takes off to the 30. Dropped at the 29-yard line, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 coming up for the G-men.
Braves did a good job of pressuring that time. He tried to step back up in the pocket to look for someone to throw the ball to, but good coverage on the back end. And he was able to work it for 4 yards, which is not bad on 1st down.
2nd and 6 from the 29, 3-3 game, but the Tigers off the partially blocked punt on the march. On 2nd down, they run the football here with the carry. Kevin Dominique, the redshirt sophomore, to the 25. We're going to bring up 3rd down and a couple. 3rd and a long 2 here with 9:23 left till halftime. 3-3 game, but off the partially blocked punt, the Tigers have an opportunity on 3rd down. Hickbottom. Inside handoff, Dominique to the 20, 15, to the 10, to the 5. 1st and goal, Tigers. The inside trap to Dominique on 3rd down and 2.
They did a good job of getting it blocked, Charles, and he went straight up the field with it.
20-yard gain to Dominique, so here come the Tigers. Got to watch Hickbottom here on a situation like this. He had 185 yards rushing last week, 1st and goal from the 5. Dominique, they might just keep feeding him. Up Hickbottom being changed. Hickbottom sacked. Back to the 10-yard line, a loss of 6.
Braves came with the corner blitz.
So a loss of 6 on the play. The Braves bringing all kinds of pressure right there. And Chris Hart getting in there. So a loss of 6 to the 11. 2nd and goal from the 11 with 8:20 left.
Did a good job of disguising it until the end and came late with that blitz, and they weren't able to pick it up.
Well, 2nd and goal from the 11-yard line. 3-3 game here at Grambling State University with 8 to play in this first half. 2nd and goal, Hickbottom back to pass. Looks, throws, wide open. It's caught, and it's a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, he got his foot down. I don't know how they blew that coverage, but there's no question he caught the ball.
Wide open, Jaquarius Thomas, the redshirt senior from Alexandria, with an 11-yard run. A busted coverage somewhere, Cedric Tillman, and he was wide open in the left corner of the end zone.
Yeah, slot receiver went post corner, and nobody went with him.
So the Tigers off the partially blocked punt, and that was just a bad sequence all around for the Braves. Low snap, bad snap, new center, partially blocked punt, touchdown Tigers. They lead 9-3. What are they going to? They're still looking at it here. Of course, all touchdowns are being reviewed.
Yeah, the only thing it could be if he bobbled it, but there's no doubt he had a foot down. If he didn't bobble it, it's a touchdown.
Oh, they're not going to look at it. I guess they.
I think they
called
did.
Him upstairs.
Yeah.
You think so?
I think they did. He just shook his head and said, "Yeah." But if he didn't bobble it, it's a touchdown. He was inbound.
Mendez on for the point after. Snapback ball down. Kick is up. Good. 10-3. The Braves trail. So 10 unanswered by the Tigers. Braves got to get to work. 7:57 left in the second quarter. Old momentum with the Tigers. Speaking of the Tigers, the other Tigers, Jackson State 14, Alabama A&M 13, early third quarter. Back in 1 minute from Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium. 10-3, Grambling. Back in a minute. This is Braves football.
Braves, work, sports, bikinis. 18-year-old guys have a lot on their minds. Accidentally breaking the law probably isn't one of them. Yet that's exactly what young men will be doing if they fail to register with Selective Service. So if you know a guy turning 18, do him a favor. Remind him. Fortunately, it'll only take him a few minutes because that's all it takes to register at sss.gov. Then he can get back to his distractions. Homework. SSS.gov. Register. It's the law.
Here at Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium, home of the Tigers, Grambling, and Alcorn. Here in the hole, that's what they call it here. As a Grambling grad myself from Mayor Barnes, I remember one year we had about 4 days worth of rain, and this field was flooded completely from end to end, probably to where
I heard
the
it was
clock
hose pipe.
No, this was rain.
I heard they flooded the field.
As a matter of fact, the entrance was flooded as well. I mean, it was a mess. A couple of years ago, they changed this field out.
I heard they let the grass grow to 6 inches and turned the hose pipe on.
Nah. It was a surreal scene, and that was a surreal series. If you're a Braves fan, said to Tillman, bad on all fronts in all kinds of ways. Bad snap, partially blocked punt, touchdown Tigers.
Yeah, we got to correct that and come back. You know, we've been able to move the football. We just got to consistently put a drive together, guys, and put a ball in the end zone.
All right, Cedric, we appreciate it. 7:57 left. Well, Mustafa Ibrahim had been banged up. Milburn is our backup center, so we're down our backup center. Mustafa getting some snaps, but he was taken out at last series. All right, so see if the Braves can come back. Got to respond. This team has done that all year long here on the road. Can they do it again here? Here's the kick from Mendez.
Let that go.
And then Morrison lets it go over his head. Of course, Javen Morrison got the news he wanted to hear. Academically, he will be graduating coming up here in December. And he put that on social media. I was excited about that, from Corinth, Mississippi.
Well, congratulations to him and his family for getting the job done in the classroom.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. All right, Nico Duffy in the backfield. Milburn, it's your center here. Braves it down 10-3. Grambling will get the ball to begin this second half. And we have a whistle.
That's the cameraman running around back there with the football.
All right, 7:57 left. Still halftime. Braves are down 10-3. Can they respond? Another lob snap. Play action for Harper. Steps up. Chase. Throws. Duffy with the catch. Down the sideline. Nico Duffy pushed out of bounds. Boy, another lob snap, and Harper made the adjustment, was chased with his internal clock. He got it out of his hands to Duffy down the sideline, and the Braves at the 45 of Grambling. Braves going fast here. Play action for Harper again. And then square out, and this is caught to Chris Blair. So Blair close to the first down. I think it is a first down.
Harper does a good job of keeping his eyes down the field, John.
That's another Braves first down.
Yep, first down at the 40-yard line. 39 of Grambling, so the Braves on the march trying to tie it up. On first down here is Duffy. Sideswiped and dropped. Well, actually, it was a 6-yard pickup on that play to Blair. No gain on this play. 3rd down and 4 coming up. Close to 5. So 3rd and 5 for the Braves here. Chain crew kind of slow on the giddy-up, trying to get set.
Yeah, they had me.
3rd down and 5. From the 40-yard line, need to get to the 35 with 6:53 left till halftime. 10-3 Grambling. On 3rd down, Anthony in motion left. Shuffle back to the right, and here's a pass batted at the line. They wanted a little quick square out to Anthony. Alcorn with the knockaway. 4th down and 5. And what will Fred McNair do here? You're at Grambling 40.
Got his offense on the field.
Well, Fred McNair looks like they're going to go here, or give the appearance of it.
Yeah, they let, Felix might pooch punt. But right now, Felix on the field.
Might be a hard snap count. 10 on the play clock. Oh, they're going to go. Harper back to pass. There's a one-on-one. Blair. And it's incomplete low. We'll be trying to see if there's a flag. on a low throw, and let's see if there's a flag here. I believe there is.
I believe there is.
I didn't see it. Hard to see from up here, Cedric Tillman. Was there a flag?
I think.
I'm not sure if he was throwing it on the defensive back cover in Blair or not.
All right, let's see.
Defense number 1.
Yeah, holding on the cornerback.
So a 10-yard penalty, and the drive continues.
It's hard to see the flag going this angle because of the view we have. He corrected the number that it was on.
So the drive continues, a 10-yard penalty, so first down at the 30-yard line. Well, that keeps the drive alive. Plays down 10-3. Play action for Harper. Looks, throws a one-on-one for Blair. Incomplete. Led him a little too far, and that was there. A little more burst to the Jets. He would have ran right under it. Second down and 10 from the 30 with 6:27 left till halftime.
Well, the Braves in attack mode.
10-3. The Tigers with the lead. The Braves trying to tie it up. Penalty on the Tigers' defense has kept this drive alive on a fourth down. Second down and 10 from the 30-yard line. Harper down the line, and this pass is caught Blair, and Blair bumped and jumped.
Didn't get the block. The receiver on the outside didn't get the block for him.
So third down and 8 coming up here, Cedric Tillman. So third and long. We were helped by a Tiger penalty to get us this far. What do we do here on third and 8?
Yeah, let's go here. I mean, the pass is there. We just not connecting with it right now, guys. Let's see if we can pick it up.
Third down and 8. 6:04 left here in this second quarter. 10-3 Grambling. Harper back to pass. Look, throws. This ball is intercepted as Pringle slips. And this Tiger defense, the 14th interception of the season, as Pringle slipped on his cut and was picked off. Picked off by the Tigers, the Devonair Martin, the rich shirt DB. Right where Pringle slipped is right where Martin was.
Yep.
And that's where Felix Harper threw it. If he hadn't slipped, it would have been a good catch for the first down. The 14th interception of the year for the Tigers. They returned 4 to the house.
That's the second or third slip we've had. Check those shoes, it said, for that AstroTurf now.
So the Tigers have it at the 27-yard line, and that takes us to a timeout with 5:45 left in the second quarter. 10-3 Grambling. Back in a minute. This is Braves football.
The Old Country Store, located Highway 61 in Lorman, Mississippi, where you'll find the best soul food around. They're open daily, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. People come from all over to try Mr. D's famous fried chicken, good, and to hear him sing the Grandmama song. Go by and see Mr. D and his crew. You'll be glad you did. You can call him at 601-437-3661. That's 601-437-3661. The Old Country Store. They're proud supporters of WPRL 91.7 FM and Alcorn football. Go Braves, go. The Old Country Store, good.
Did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
At WPRL 91.7.
Braves are down 10-3. Tigers will get the football. And Cedric Tillman, tough break there as the pass intended for Pringle, and he slipped on his cut and kicked off.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate. Just a couple of miscues here. We just got to put it together, guys. It's there for us. Blair was definitely wide open for 2 plays for the end zone there, and so we just got to connect here and just execute plays.
Yep, and he's going for Pringle on the post. Just as he's ready to cut left and set, he slipped. And right in that spot is where Devonair picked it off. So first down at the 27-yard line. This is huge here for the Braves defense. Cedric Thornton told me one time, he said, we don't even look at the score as far as I'm concerned. I don't. Just we know we're on the field. We got to get off the field. 10-3, our score, and the Tigers plow ahead with this first down run, a gain of 4, close to 5 for Kevin Dominique, just lowering his shoulder. Second down and a long 5 here for the Tigers. 5.5 left till halftime. On second down, on the RPO, Dominique again picks up another couple. All right, Emmanuel Barnes, what do you expect here on 3rd down and 3?
Well, the way they're running the ball, Charles, they may stick with the run. This is what the Braves going to do defense. Well, the Braves going to keep those mainline defensive linemen in, so we're going to play it as if they're going to run. Beefing it up front a little bit.
Got to watch Hickbottom here. Had 3 rushing touchdowns last week on 3rd down and 3. And now they run the ball here on 3rd down and 3, and they don't get it.
Yeah.
They lose a half a yard, just a little mini toss.
Yeah, I don't understand that one. They've been doing pretty well running straight ahead, and he tossed that one.
So after the turnover, the Tigers go 3 and out. Good job, Cedric Tillman, by Cedric Thorne's defense.
Yeah, great job. I agree. He gained some yards running up the middle, and then you toss it, and then, and we had the blitz from the outside to stop it. So.
And maybe they tossed it because they thought we had it stacked against the middle, but we got great upfield penetration.
Pringle back for the Braves at his 30, now backpedaling to his 27. Mendez will kick it. High kick there, catch call for and made by Pringle at the 25-yard line. All right, you talk about what coaches practice in football call the 4-minute offense. This is what this is here. 4:08 left. You have it at the 25-yard line. You work on these things all the time in practice. And this is where it comes in here as the Braves have it at the 25-yard line, down 10-3. It's huge here because Grambling will get it to begin the 3rd quarter. Braves won the toss and took the football. Braves have Pringle and Blair to the right.
We're piling up yards, but we're not piling up points, Charles.
Yeah. Get opportunities, you got to cash in. And here's Harper a pass, and it's incomplete. Intended for him, and he was held.
He was held. It took him a long time to throw it, but he grabbed him. He beat him to the inside.
Roderick Fobbs didn't like that. Ladarius Anderson held.
It was holding instead of pass interference. It's holding. Or it should be. I don't know what they're going to call.
So this will be against the Tigers.
Lord have mercy.
Oh, they say the ball was tipped at the line.
The ball. Oh, who saw the ball get tipped?
Well, of course, if the ball is tipped.
If it's tipped, that's the rule, but I didn't see it get tipped.
2nd and 10 at the 25. Braves are down 10-3. Have the football. Couple of timeouts on 2nd down. Action for Harper. Steps up and just jumps it off Duffy down the sideline and goes out of bounds outside the 30 to the 33. We're going to bring a 3rd down and short coming up here. 3rd and short for the Braves. They need to get to the 35, so 3rd and 2 for Alcorn with 3:50 left in this first half. They're at the 33. They need to get to the 35. 3rd down and 2. Harper claps out of the gun on 3rd down. Here is Nico Duffy with the first down and still going to the 50, 45, and pushed out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
And that's the first down.
30-yard run by Duffy, and the Braves are in business again, moving the football up and down the field. Turnover in this almost same position last time. Harper play action. They blow it dead. And their flags down and some, as you would like to say, continuing action. And let's check this marker here. False start against the Braves.
Oh, who? Who was it on?
Oh, referee's mic broke up right there. Cedric Tillman, who was that false start on?
They didn't call it. I'm not sure.
I think the ref's mic broke up when he was getting ready to call the number. So 1st and 15 for the Braves again, behind the chains, down 10-3 at the 41 of Grambling. And here's Duffy again. Duffy stiff arm and dropped at the 35-yard line, back to the original line of scrimmage. So 2nd down and 10. Under 3 to play, 2:53 left till halftime. Grambling 10, Alcorn 3. For those who were expecting offense to this point, you're disappointed. If you're like a defensive tussle, this is your game, to this point anyway. 2nd and 10.
Oh, Barry got a tight end sitting in the backfield.
On 2nd down, Harper looks, throws, and this ball is incomplete, intended for Anderson.
Yeah.
We got a flag again.
Yeah.
Well, let's check this marker. Grambling DB clapping. Anderson's like, get the ball to me. I don't know what that call's about here. Anderson ran into the defender. The contact, no whistle, no penalty. They wave it off. They're talking about it. Let's see.
It's taking too long, whatever it is.
I mean, Anderson, they were looking for him and ran to the defender, and the flag came out.
I'd like to see the replay.
Well, they say no harm, no foul. And let's see, will they pick it up? They do.
Because no flag. That's the second one he picked up, said no pass interference. If it's not pass interference, why are you throwing it?
So 3rd down and 10 coming up, incomplete pass.
That ball wasn't tipped.
Third and 10 coming up from the 35-yard line. Braves are down 10-3. Harper rolling to his left, rolling, throws, and his ball's caught. Anderson, a 1st down, a gain of 16. Nice patience by Felix Harper.
Braves chose to move the pocket that time.
Bolton in the game.
Braves ready to snap it. Umpire can't get the ball set.
Play action for Harper again. Being chased and another jump ball. His ball's caught. And it's a touchdown, Anderson. Ladarius Anderson's had a hot first half and a hot touchdown with decent coverage. Cedric Tillman and the Braves are PAT away from tying it up.
Yeah, that was nice. It was back shoulder throw, and all Anderson had to do was turn around and go up and get the football. The defender never turned around.
And Broderick Fobbs claims offensive interference.
There's a lot of contact down that, y'all.
And Grambling's offensive coach throws his headset.
Well, they picked up 2.
So Blue the holder, McCullough on the tied up, snapback ball down, kick is up, and the kick is good. And we're tied at 10, and the Braves needed a score right there with 2:10 left, and they got it. 10-10 game, Alcorn and Grambling. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be right back after this here on the Alcorn Football Radio Network.
Peekaboo, smile. Smile, buddy. Come on, smile. Oh, honey, he's still not smiling.
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah, maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy. You know how boys are.
Or maybe he's teething. Oh, poor baby. I think his gums hurt.
Maybe he's just tired.
Or maybe his tummy hurts. He didn't eat that much.
Maybe he's not ticklish.
You think maybe he's scared of a dog?
Maybe he'll outgrow it. Maybe it's a phase. Maybe he just doesn't like smiling.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe.
Crazy calls and no calls. And we were just talking during the break. Cedric Tillman, Jay Walker even said during this commercial that there was pass interference on someone, either Anderson or the DB, and a no call right there. And results in a touchdown because Anderson, as you talked about, a back shoulder throw made the catch.
Right. Well, I'm standing on the side of Anderson, so I didn't see the push-off. I just see him, when he went up for the football and came down with it. So, yeah, I didn't see it from my angle.
Well, Darius Anderson, his second touchdown of the season. He had 8 receptions coming into this game, and the Braves responded. Frustration, obviously, on the Grambling sideline because they were on the bad end of it, and one of the assistant coaches threw the headset down.
Well, they came out on the good end of the other 2 pass interference. They said one. They said the ball was tipped at the line, and that is the rule. I didn't see the ball tipped, but that's the rule. The second one, that was clearly pass interference, and for some reason they picked it up. On the touchdown, there's no doubt contact was made between Anderson and that defensive back, and they chose not to call it on either one.
Dr. Rusty Ponton, the athletics director, on the sideline and had to kind of restrain the assistant coach in frustration, threw his headset aside in frustration. I mean, clearly for Grambling, this is a game they have to stay in contention for the West. If the Braves win this game, Southern has a 2-game cushion. Southern plays Lynchburg today.
That game doesn't count, Charles.
They play Jackson State next week in Jackson.
That game counts.
And 2 weeks after that, the Bayou Classic.
That definitely counts.
So if Grambling loses,
for a lot of reasons.
If Grambling loses this game, all Southern has to do is win at Jackson State next week, and they win the West. Here's the kick, Blue, again on the kickoff. And it's going to be caught at the 3-yard line to the 10, down the sideline 15. Flag is down at the end, short of the 20-yard line.
Did that kid take his helmet off?
See if it's a hold or a block in the back here on this.
And you got one of Grambling players with his helmet. He took his helmet off. So there's a lot could happen on that play.
All right, marker at the 20-yard line. Ball at the 17. 10-10 game.
Illegal block in the back.
So they called the block in the back. They didn't call the kid for taking his helmet off. Because you can't do that in the field of play. Somebody can knock it off, but you can't take it off yourself.
All right, so the Tigers will have the football at the 7-yard line. Well, Cedric Tillman, a good way for the Braves to respond. Despite all the calls and no calls, the Braves got the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, and we got them deep here and with 2 minutes left, guys. So let's see what we can do here. And the scoreboard's not showing timeouts, but we definitely get the ball back here.
We didn't call a timeout yet. Grambling has called one. I don't think we have. They may have called 2.
Kick bottom at his 2-yard line at the goal line, and he'll just take off. Hit bottom to the 10. Hit bottom all the way outside the 15.
Yeah,
a gain of 11.
That was a design run.
So first down, 11-yard gain by Hickbottom. Danced left and tipped it up the middle and picked up 11.
Right, you got those reserve defensive linemen in there.
And here's a little flanker screen and a catch to the 20-yard line for about a half-yard gain and a timeout taken by the Braves defense. Was that right away, or did that play count? Yep,
that play counted.
Yep. So 2nd down and 9. The Braves have taken a timeout here, so 2nd down and long, and Cedric Thornton. Kind of strange to take a timeout there in that situation. You don't see that too often, Emmanuel.
No, see, they got them in 2nd and long. If they had stopped them on the previous play, they would have taken it, but he picked up a 1st down, so they let the clock run. Now that he got them in 2nd and long, they're going to take it here trying to preserve their time.
1:40 left. Grambling and Alcorn here. 10-10 game. The Braves won the toss, took the football, so Grambling will get the ball to begin the second half.
Now, if they get them in 3rd and long, they're going to take it again. If not, they may let it roll.
That's 2nd down and 9. Pick bottom out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Looks, throws. Oh, and it's almost picked off. They tried to go rub route. Muhammad almost picked it off.
That's why he's on defense.
Solomon Muhammad at home, underneath, intended for Donald Johnson. All right, Cedric Tillman, 3rd and 9 coming up here for the Tigers.
Oh, that would have been perfect, man. He was just sitting in the middle just waiting to see if anybody was coming out of the backfield, and as soon as that ball was thrown, he was jumped up and knocked it down. We can hold him here and get a timeout, guys. Let's see.
Hickbottom back to pass. Looks, dances, flushed out to his right. Running, throws, square out, caught. Is it a catch?
He's saying it is. That's all out of bounds.
And they're talking about it, and it is a catch.
Oh, my goodness.
At the 35-yard line. I don't know if Fred McNair will want him to look at it or not. Once they were looking at the monitor here, Hickbottom rolling.
He's standing right there by Fred. He out of bounds.
Well, looks like
he was out of bounds. He on the white.
Are they going to challenge it? Are they going to look at it?
He was on the white. No, they're going to let it go. Oh, my goodness.
So first down at the 35-yard line. Hickbottom back to pass, looks underneath, and it's the catch to the 35, to the 40, 45, 46-yard line. Richardson with the catch. Rivion Richardson, a gain of 11. So the Tigers are on the march here with 1:12 left, approaching midfield.
Yeah, Brady coming back with Henderson and Malone and all Monroe now, bringing those starters back in there.
Elder in the backfield, Hickbottom back to pass, looks, throws on the square out, and you got miscommunication.
Look at Thornton with the catch.
Second down and 10. Miscommunication between Richardson and Hickbottom.
Old linebacker Cedric Thornton made the catch out of bounds.
Second down and 10. Well, this is the Hickbottom that Roderick Fobbs doesn't like. There was miscommunication there.
I don't know if that was him or the receiver, because he threw that pass with confidence, so it's hard to say it was him.
On second down, and here's a pitch out in space, and not much there as Jakari Nichols.
Good tackle.
Tripped up. A.J. Bruce with the tackle. Third down coming up, and an official's timeout. A Grambling Tiger player is down. 3rd and 11 with 45 seconds left in the second quarter. So we'll take a timeout here. 45 seconds left. 10-10 game. 3rd and long coming up for the Tigers after this 1-minute break. This is Braves football.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference. Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
It's important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we were separated. We were all scrambling and had no idea how to find each other. The whole experience was the most frightening 10 hours of my life. If there's one piece of advice I offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm. Don't ignore this message.
Some parents plan ahead. Some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family.
All right, so a big 3rd down and 11 here, Cedric Tillman.
What's that, Charles?
3rd down and 11. What do you expect here?
Well, it's 45, 10-second runoff.
How'd you like to take the 10-second runoff rather than take the timeout?
So 35.4 remaining.
That punishes us.
3rd and 11.
They gave us our timeout back, though, right?
No, they're not charging Grambling with one.
So we didn't call one.
No, the injured player.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I know we wanted it, but they didn't charge us.
Right. Well,
how you gonna avoid the 10-second runoff?
I don't know why you get a choice.
Yeah, I'm saying that. Yeah, that punishes us. So now we taking the timeout.
35 seconds left.
I don't know who's taking it now.
Well, it looked like they were gonna crank the clock, and we may have stopped it.
Oh, it's TV timeout. Red hat on the field.
Oh, my.
Well, it was a quick timeout nonetheless. They're ready to resume action. So Cedric 3rd and long coming up here. And Cedric Thornton's got to find a way to get this defense off the field.
How did the 4.6 seconds come off the clock? It was 40 seconds.
They started on the ref, so the clock is going. So we can get off the field here.
On 3rd down, Hickbottom back to pass, steps up, going to allow this one long and deep on the post, and it's incomplete. Put some air under it. Pass intended for Richardson. 19 seconds left. And it'll bring up 4th and 11. We'll see a punt here for the Grambling Tigers, Mendez. Grambling will get the ball to begin the second half. They went for the deep ball there. Well, Higgbottom had been red hot. I think the Braves have made him look pedestrian here in this first half.
We knew it was going to be a slugfest, Charles. Huh? Nobody expected a runaway.
Flag is down. Here's the kick. 2 flags down. And this is going to be returned and going out of bounds. We got a flag down, maybe offsides on the defense and running into the kicker. There are 3 flags down. Yeah, there are 3 flags down. I think both line judges saw the offsides on the defense, and then you got the kicking penalty here, so they'll have to unpack and unsort this here with 9.7 seconds left.
By both teams, illegal formation. Offense, more than 4 men in the backfield. Number 49. Those fouls offset will replay 4th down.
Oh, so we had a running into the kicker, not roughing.
Yeah, fouling Muhammad. So we'll do it again here with 9.7 seconds remaining, and Coach Fobb's not happy. And a bunch of men in the backfield on that formation.
Well, the line judge and the head lineman saw the same thing. They both threw theirs. That's the illegal formation, so 2 of them saw it. And then the referee threw here that Solomon ran into him. He's standing right there looking at him, so he had a good view of whether or not Solomon ran into him or not.
All right, so be careful here. Braves can get a return on. 9.7 seconds remaining. 10-10 game.
That's an illegal procedure.
Yeah, Braves pointing.
Illegal procedure. She had a fake shift. And then one official gave the signal for offside. Said, no, man, that guy moved. But anyway.
All right, so we'll do it again here.
I digress.
Kind of a sloppy end of this first half. We'll hear from Fred McNair coming up in just a matter of moments.
But if you like football, it's been a good half.
Another flag down. We get away from it inside the 10, but there's a flag down.
Yep, back at the 41.
Been a penalty field first half. So let's check this here.
This one was thrown by the head linesman.
And the referees are telling the Braves, come back onto the field. They're headed into the locker room. Everybody, a couple of Grambling players, a few of them, looked like they were headed towards the locker room. All right, here we go. We're going to sort it out.
We don't want the penalty.
Illegal formation. Kicking team, more than 4 men in the backfield. That's going to be declined halftime.
All right, so it's halftime. So it's penalties declined, and that will take us to the half. And this 10-10 ball game here at Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium. All right, Cedric Tillman is with Braves head football coach Fred McNair.
Well, Coach, we fought back and tied it up here coming back. So
yeah, bad half football. We just got to get going. Settle these guys down at halftime and come back out second and play a better football.
Okay, Coach. All right, Charles.
Well, Coach summed it up. A bad half of football. Got to get back to work. Second half coming up. Grambling will have the football. 10-10 game. Jackson State in the fourth quarter leads A&M 30-20. And Alabama State over Texas Southern 27-7 as they approach halftime in Houston. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll hear from SWAC Commissioner Dr. Charles McClellan. We talk to him at least one time a year during football season. He's coming up next. After this 60-second timeout, Tigers will get the ball to begin the second half. Bottom of the hour, timeout, 10-10 game. We'll take a break. 1 minute timeout here from Grambling on the Alcorn Football Radio Network.
The Old Country Store, located Highway 61 in Lorman, Mississippi, where you'll find the best soul food around. They're open daily, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. People come from all over to try Mr. D's famous fried chicken, good, and to hear him sing the Grandmama song. Go by and see Mr. D and his crew. You'll be glad you did. You can call him at 601-437-3661. That's 601-437-3661. The Old Country Store. They're proud supporters of WPRL 91.7 FM and Alcorn football. Go Braves, go. The Old Country Store, good.
You hear me when I say that the blues is back and it's here to...
Did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
At WPRL 91.7 FM.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, halftime here of Alcorn Braves football. Dr. Charles McClellan joining us here on the halftime show. SWAC Commissioner joining us from Houston. We appreciate you coming on with us.
No problem. Thanks for having me on the show.
Well, let's start with the local angle before we get into the SWAC stuff. Some tough news, obviously, the last 72 hours or so. Long-time assistant football and head baseball coach, Hall of Famer Willie Rat McGowan Sr. passed away. I was around Coach McGowan a long time, from the mid-'90s until the last few years. Of course, you remember Coach, you remember Rat. Give us your thoughts on the passing of Rat McGowan.
Yeah, Coach McGowan, heck of a guy. Lived, breathed, Alcorn State University. And I know he's been ill for the last couple of years. I got a chance to see his son this time last year. He told me the coach was ill. Tough loss for Alcorn, tough loss for the SWAC, tough loss for me personally. I actually knew Coach McGowan as a kid growing up, so it's a family member that's passed. But the one thing that I can say is that I give hats off to Alcorn for honoring him while he was alive. Oftentimes we honor our heroes and our legends after they passed away. Alcorn honored them, got opportunity to get his name on the stadium, got opportunity to see the stadium, something that Coach McGowan really, really, really wanted in his tenure. He got it. So Alcorn treated him right, and I know he's now in heaven looking down trying to recruit future baseball players at Alcorn State.
And you talk about, the pillars of the SWAC conference going back in history, and from the moment that you stepped foot in the SWAC commissioner's chair, you've talked about the history of the SWAC, the tradition, the pillars of this conference, the Marino Castlems of the world, the Rat McGowans, and you look at baseball, the Braddies and the Cadors, all of those guys are just kind of the heart and soul, and that's what got this SWAC conference going.
Absolutely, and you can't forget the history. And not that I'm going to use this as a commercial, but that is the reason why we're doing the SWAC 100. A lot of those guys are starting to get ill, they're starting to get old, and they built a solid SWAC. And when we talk about how solid the SWAC is, just think about our history where we've had some financial crisis. We've had some times where we're not on television, times where the money was not coming through, but yet we still continue to stay strong. We still continue to lead in attendance. We still continue to have the name brand recognition. We still continue to put people in professional sports. And that was because of, a lot of those individuals, Marino Cap and, the Big Daddy Carson, and you can just the Archie Cooley's, the Willie Rat McGowan, and you can go on and on at every member institution, the Eddie Robinson. So it's a hard day to mourn, but it's also a day to rejoice and celebrate all that Willie McGowan has done, all of those that came before him, and those that are still here. So we're going to honor all of them, including Coach McGowan in Atlanta, July 17-2020 downtown Atlanta, Georgia.
I can just say this, and people have asked me the last few days about him, and I hung around him a lot when he was baseball coach and traveling with them, traveling with the team. It was never a dull moment. If you had a bad day, you get with Rat, it turned into a good day. If you had a good day, you hang around Rat, that day turned into a better day. So it was hardly ever a dull moment.
Yeah, well, he was a sidebar comedian. He had jokes on top of jokes on top of jokes. And if you didn't like his comic relief, he'll definitely give you a hard dose of reality. He'll tell you what he thinks about you. And in no uncertain terms. But that I appreciate. Again, you know, somebody that lived and breathed and bled Alcorn. And, you know, it was my father, every time I come home, I go to Jackson and I go to my father's house, he has this Alcorn water in the refrigerator, right? And it's something about that Alcorn water, something that y'all put in the well down there. You know, that purple and gold, those braids. And every time I come, he forces me to drink a little bit of that Alcorn water. And he got about 8 cases stacked up there in the back room. So it's something about that Alcorn water. When you get down there in Alcorn, Norman, Mississippi, on that campus, you know, it's pretty special. And everybody that's been a part of it that I know continues that special tradition.
We are at the half of Braves football here against Grambling State University at Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium. It's halftime, and we're talking with SWAC Commissioner Dr. Charles McClellan, joining us from Houston, Texas. All right, Doc, let's get into the football side of the house. This game here has the interest of 3 teams, and the Western Division race, it's Southern's right now to control, and if the Braves win this game, they'll clearly control the East, but Jackson State and Alabama A&M, as we speak, Jackson and A&M are playing in Huntsville. The winner of that game stays alive. The loser of that game probably eliminated. So this game has some wide interest around the league.
Well, it's been that way for the last 3 weeks, Charles. If you look at all of the games, and I can tell you, there have been no blowouts. They've all been extremely, extremely competitive. So who wins today could change the landscape. Everybody is looking at Alcorn. Alcorn clearly is in the driver's seat. But if Jackson wins out, if Grambling wins out, and in some instances, if Alabama A&M wins out, you know, it could change the entire dynamic. And that's ultimately what we wanted from our league. That's ultimately what we thought that this hosting the championship game would bring. There's a little bit more at stake now. Everybody wants to go to the championship. Everybody wants to go to the Celebration Bowl. But your chances are strengthened if you get an opportunity to host, and the revenue that comes with that definitely helps as well.
Quick question about the SWAC championship games. The way the standings are set up right now, I'm just using this as an example. Let's say that Alcorn does not beat Grambling, they'll suffer their first loss, and we lose another game along the way, and we finish 5-2, still win the East. Grambling beats Southern in the Bayou Classic. They win the West at 5-2. So we're 5-2. And Grambling's 5-2, representing the respective divisions. So with that being said, if by Grambling winning this game, if that scenario plays out, the SWAC championship game would be at Grambling, correct?
I can't say that directly. We have a elaborate tie-breaking procedure. We will put that out a little closer to the time. But head-to-head is definitely taken into consideration. Rankings are definitely taken into consideration. So in order to host, we're going to look at where your team is fitted. So if you played a bunch of NAIAs and that lowers your ranking, that's gonna hurt you to host. So we do have an elaborate process we'll put out later. But given the scenario and given what you said, you know, I would have to plug it into our process to figure it out. But you know, the first key is head-to-head, and then if it's not head-to-head, then we look at common opponents and rankings and scoring. So we spent a whole year doing it. We ran it across other conferences. We ran it across the athletic directors, SWA's president, so everybody, football coaches. So everybody is on board. But I can tell you who you play and where you are as an overall football team will definitely come into play if there's a tiebreaker to it. We don't want a team that's ranked in the FCS poll having to go to a team that's not ranked, that just, you know, doesn't look the way that process is supposed to work. So we incorporated all of that to make sure that we're fair and equitable across the board.
So it's not as cut and dry, at least as I'm assuming. I'm looking forward to that when it does come out. We're talking with Dr. Charles McClellan, SWAC Commissioner here on At the Half of Braves Football. He's talking to us from Houston. Doc, one of the things on my plate, we had a game against Alabama State not too long ago. We had a 4-hour delay. Is there anything on the books, on the SWAC books, about that? Because I'm sure it's, with the weather getting what it is and being what it is, especially in August and September, we could have that situation again.
No, we do not have anything on the books specific to time or a specific time. You cannot play after this time. But we do have an elaborate process of determining whether or not a game should be started, whether or not a game should be canceled, whether or not a game should be finished. So it doesn't have a specific time, but we do have an elaborate process that includes both athletic directors and the coordinative officials and the head official there to make that determination. So if it does get too late, we can stop it. There will be various representatives from the conference office, from the member institution that will be involved in that decision, but no hard stop timing. And I don't think that we are even talking about putting that rule in. The process has worked pretty good over the years, so unless we see some flaws in the process, we probably will continue with what we have on the books.
All right. Another issue, obviously, I got a call from a fan about this next year's scheduling at the 8-game mandate and what games count and all of that stuff. I mean, it kind of clears up a little bit. So talk a little bit about that, Doc, in terms of, this thing is a little bit easier with 8 games. We had 7, we had 9, now we are at 8. What is anything you still have to clean up, even though with the 8-game mandate, in terms of trying to explain it to folks? Because even though we're going to be done with this 7-game mandate after this year, you add another game, but then what teams come on, what teams come off? I'm sure schools will be releasing their schedules like Southern has for next year. Any issues you have there, any challenges in terms of trying to explain this 8-game process going forward?
Short answer is no. We haven't had any issues at all. I think the 8-game was a compromise between 9 and 7.
Right.
There were some people that love 7. There were some people that love 9. There's some people that's going to like 8. There's some people that's not going to like 8. But it wasn't so much teams rolling on as it was about us playing Division I FCS competition in order to strengthen our overall ranking, to be able to strengthen our overall process, to be able to move up, have a better ranking amongst the FCS playing institutions, and being able to get some people in the FCS playoff. So it's not, we're not just looking at one thing, we're looking at a multitude of things. But if you look at the 8 games, the only thing that it means is you will play everybody, every team within that 10-year period. So we have a 10-year schedule. So one team will drop off of your schedule every 2 years, home and away. So that's in the other divisions. So Alcorn will not play all 5 schools in the other divisions for 2 years. So that means that they will be on your schedule for 8 years. So the way that the 7-game is going, there have been some schools that haven't seen each other in 6 years. You look at Texas Southern and Jackson State, they haven't played each other in quite a while. So I don't know Alcorn's schedule, but let's just say Alcorn hasn't played Texas Southern. Texas Southern will come on. They will play Texas Southern for the next 2 years. Or the next 8 years, and sometime in between that time frame, Texas Southern will drop off for another 2 years. So if Alcorn plays Texas Southern, if Alcorn doesn't play Texas Southern in 20 and 21, then Texas Southern will be on the schedule from 22 all the way to 30. So you're just going to rotate the 5 teams for a 2-year time frame off of your schedule. So all of the Western Division teams will be on Alcorn's schedule for 8 years, and all of them will be off for 2 years.
You were talking about the playoffs. I want to get back to that a little bit. Everybody loves the Celebration Bowl. It's obviously caught fire. First bowl game and all that. The money that's involved. You've explained the monetary dynamics of it. And then you talk about the playoffs. You do want to get a SWAC team in the playoffs. I remember my first 4 years at Alcorn. We were in the playoffs in '92 and '94. We played Youngstown State. We played Northeast Louisiana at that point in time. But now you do hear that folks are saying, well, there's no money involved in going to the FCS playoffs. They're going to send you to Montana and Wyoming. I'm sure you've heard that as well. How do you sell the FCS playoffs when the Celebration Bowl is going to bring in to a school so much money?
I'm not selling the FCS playoffs at all. I'm not even saying that that is our primary goal. What I am saying, though, is that we have to raise our overall ranking and competitiveness within the SWAC. We can no longer be the lowest ranked and the last ranked school. So if there's a possibility for a school to go to the playoffs and they deserve to go and they want to go, then they go. The conference office is 100% committed to the Celebration Bowl. That is our future, and that is what we are totally focused on. But being the best conference that we can and getting as many teams, postseason opportunities as we can is our primary goal.
That's SWAC Commissioner Dr. Charles McClellan. The full interview with Dr. McClellan on my Facebook page, Charles Edmond, and on my Twitter page, Tall Man Radio. We'll take a break here. We'll be right back. Second half coming up. 10-10 game here from Grambling. This is the Brave Sports Network.
Alcorn State University and the Trademark and Licensing Administration have joined to coordinate the placement of the university marks, both externally and internally, on items including shirts, caps, or other products. The university licenses will only use those products which reflect positively upon the university and are in keeping with the university's mission. The trademark and licensing of the Alcorn State University insignia was established to protect the Alcorn State University name and identifying marks. Trademark and Licensing Administration works to preserve and promote the university's long-standing reputation as a center of academic and athletic excellence. Merchandise vendors wishing to use the university's identifying marks on commercial products must be licensed vendors who have obtained permission to use Alcorn State University marks by securing trademark licenses. Campus organizations that want university identifying marks on their internal use products must hire licensed vendors to produce these items. To learn more about the licensing and trademark requirements, visit www.alcorn.edu/trademark and licensing administration.
Welcome back to A. Robinson Memorial Stadium as we get ready for the third quarter of action. 10-10 game. This game has the interest of three teams in this conference. For our side, on the eastern side, you got to keep an eye on Huntsville, where Jackson State and Alabama A&M are playing. And for A&M, obviously, with a couple of losses already, another loss will pretty much derail their chance of winning the East. A Jackson State win, and they stay alive, and they will host Southern University next week at Veterans Memorial Stadium, while the Braves are at home against Alabama A&M next week. A Southern win, obviously, in next week's game against Jackson State is huge, and this is just a really big deal here on this Saturday. A couple of big games in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. 10-10 game. We'll check in with Cedric Tillman in a moment. Don't forget, next week it's the final home game of the regular season. Of course, you heard Dr. McClellan talk about the highest seeded team, East-West, will host the championship game. And one of the things that kind of caught my attention is the fact that it's just not cut and dry in terms of hosting. There are some parameters that the conference will be releasing in terms of what's determined as the highest seeded team. And I threw the scenario out there, Alcorn and Grambling. Two teams finish with a 5-2 mark, and if the Braves don't win this game, does that automatically mean the championship game is here? And Doc didn't know it. Of course, he didn't have all the scenarios, but definitely some parameters in terms of hosting the game and seeding one team versus another. The conference will be releasing that, as he mentioned, here in the next few weeks. Here's the kick by Blue. Well, it's kind of refreshing to see Blue get the kick going, and the Tigers will have the football outside of the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Well, this is the first time this year anybody other than Corey has kicked as you said in the first half.
All right, Cedric Tillman, let's check in with you as we get this third quarter underway. What do you expect here in this 10-10 game?
Well, right now, we definitely got to stop Grambling from running the football. They've been very effective on the ground, and let's see if we can go here. And I think, guys, number 15, Kinsler, is out of the game.
Kinsler's been pretty good on the back end of that defense. On the read, and here's Dominique lowering his shoulder about a yard pickup. I'll tell you what, one of the things coming in this game, Emmanuel Barnes, hit bottom. We know he can sling it, but he had 185 yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. Hasn't been a factor running the football to this point.
No, not so far, Charles. The Braves defense has been able to keep him bottled up pretty much. He, moved the chains a couple of times in the first half with some runs back up the middle of the field, but by and large, they've contained him.
2nd down and 8. They fake the pitch, and here's Hickbottom just trying to take off, and he gets what he can out of it, another yard. So 3rd down and 7 coming up here. So I tell you what, Hickbottom must have been playing really well the last couple of weeks because we have done a decent job in just keeping him in check. They faked the pitch, and Hickbottom took off to the right. We got a penalty here.
What we got? Illegal motion or something?
Chop block.
But Mike's breaking up. I don't know who.
Yeah. Well, it's a chop block against the Tigers.
Yeah.
And that'll push them back inside their 20-yard line.
Inside the 15.
Mark at 14.
Wow. That's 2nd one. They called on them.
2nd and 22 for the G-men. Braves won the toss, took the ball to start. Grambling gets it to begin the third quarter on 2nd and 22. Hickbottom back to pass. Underneath route, caught to the 20, 25. Down to the 30-yard line. Got the negative yards back and 4 more to Richardson. All right, Cedric Tillman, 3rd and 6 coming up for the Tigers.
Yeah, 3rd and 6 here. Let's see if we can cover here, guys. They have the guys going across the middle. They're wide open.
Yeah, that's one of the things I thought about pregame. Get them in 3rd and long and letting them off the hook.
What's 3rd down and 6 right here? They're at the 30. They need to get to the 36. On 3rd and 6 in this 10-10 game, Hickbottom back to pass underneath, and this is a catch and a short gain of 2 as they got the football to Devontae Davis, and it'll bring up 4th down. Ahmed and Bruce there. So 4th down and 4. Braves defense picking up where they left off in this 10-10 game. And now Pringle back for Alcorn.
Well, let's make sure we see him kick it. We don't want to fall victim to a fake.
Jackson State over A&M 43-34 with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. High-scoring game. Low snap and the kick. And it's got to be caught to the 30-yard line. And 2 missed tackles to the 40, to midfield, to the 45. Pringle to the 40, down the sideline. Pringle to the 30, to the 20. It goes out of bounds inside the 20-yard line.
Oh, wow.
With Charles Pringle all the way inside the 10. They're going to mark him. See, they mark him back upfield inside the 20.
Inside the 20. But I think Grambling thought he was going to fair catch that ball. The kick came in low, and he decided to feel it and take off with it.
So the Braves have it in the red zone. Good return, Cedric Tillman, by LaCharles Pringle.
Yeah, that was great. You know, they almost stopped him. He had enough agility to stay on his feet, and once he got through the crowd, he was down the sideline.
All right, so a heck of an opportunity here. You're in the red zone. You got 3 in your sights, but you want 7. First down for the Braves in the red zone. Play action for Harper. Looking left. Check down. A sliding catch incomplete. Intended for Duffy. Looked left all the way and then had Duffy sneaking to the right. Had some space in front of him, but a low throw. 2nd and 10.
That's the second time we slipped on this end of the field. That spot, Pringle slipped there and caused the interception. Duffy slipped trying to turn and catch the ball.
2nd and 10. 2.5 minutes into this third quarter. 10-10 game here from Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium. 2nd down and 10 from the 17. Harper back to pass. Looks, throws on the post, and this is incomplete. Blair turned the wrong way, or the ball went the wrong way.
Graham did a good job of getting off the ball that time. He had to throw it before he was ready. See, Waller coming back from the locker room, but I don't believe he's going to go back in based on how he's walking.
Yes, Cedric Tillman reported.
He's just coming back down the hill.
The third down coming up here, Cedric Tillman. Third down and 10. So after the big return by Pringle, you're in sights for 3, but you want a little bit more here. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, Grambling sending pressure. He had to get rid of that football that time. Let's see what they do here.
On 3rd down and 10, you're stacking the box. Here they come. Harper dances down, looks, and he's sacked. Couldn't get rid of it. He got outside of the pocket, and Felix Harper was sacked by McCarthy at the 24. So you're looking at a 41-yard field goal by McCullough. Blew the holder. He'll spot it at the 30. So 40-yard field goal by McCullough near hash mark to give the Braves the lead here in this third quarter. Snap back, ball down, kick is up. The kick is good. 2 field goals for McCullough, the all-conference kicker. Braves, after the big punt return by Pringle, get 3, and they lead by the score of 13-10 with 11:44 left in the third. We'll be back in 1 minute. This is Braves Football.
One day, I'll teach chemistry to kids.
I'm going to be an architect.
My dream is to be a chef.
At the U.S. Department of Education's Office of Federal Student Aid, we provide more than $150 billion each year in grants, loans, and work-study funds, making higher education possible for anyone at any stage of life.
I can go back to college.
I can change careers.
I can make a difference. Federal Student Aid, proud sponsor of the American Mind. Learn more about money for college at studentaid.gov.
Important to plan ahead for emergencies, like the storm. When it kicked in, we were separated. We were all scrambling and had no idea how to find each other. The whole experience was the most frightening 10 hours of my life. If there's one piece of advice I offer other moms out there, it's to stay calm. Don't ignore this message.
Some parents plan ahead, some don't. Make sure you know where to find your family in an emergency. Visit beready.iowa.gov. Brought to you by Ready Iowa, FEMA, and the Ad Council.
All right, back here at Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium. After the big punt return by Pringle, 30 yards, set it up, Emmanuel Barnes, and we got 3 out of it and lead by 3.
Yeah, I wanted to get more, but we came away with something. Would have loved to have had a touchdown, but, it's good to see the execution on the field goal.
4:52 left in Huntsville. Jackson State 43, A&M 34. And Prairie all over UAPB. Kind of surprised at that score. I thought, the influence of Cedric Thomas, obviously, I thought maybe the Lions would bounce back after the loss to Jackson State last week. But Prairie all over 27-0.
Yeah, I thought Prairie kind of mailed it in after they lost to Southern.
Of course, Coach Dooley in his second season, some folks aren't too thrilled with what's taking place there, but it takes a little time, and I think Dooley can get it done. Just give him time to do it. Going to replace some offensive pieces, obviously, running back, quarterback. He's going to lose those key parts. But he's got to rebuild his defense. I think that's where the overhaul has to start. All right, Blue on the kick. Braves with a 13-10 lead with 11:44 left in the third quarter. Here's the kick by the lefty Blue. Coffin corner kick and return from the 7-yard line to the 10, 15, 20, 25, all the way out to the 31-yard line. 24-yard return. Hunter with the return, and the Tigers will have it 1st and 10 off the 24-yard kickoff return.
Good job that time of covering the kick. Braves been giving up a lot of yards on that, but wasn't a deep kick, and did a good job staying in the lanes and getting him on the ground.
Well, Jeremy Higbottom had a field day last week against Texas Southern. And we've done a nice job in keeping him in check. He had 185 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, had 2 passing touchdowns last week. So he accounted for 5 touchdowns last week against Texas Southern. He's keeping them in check so far. Hickbottom back to pass, looks, throws a post, and this ball is going to be a diving catch. It's a diving catch by Richardson on the post.
Well, they've got
Horace Wilson with the coverage.
They've gotten behind us 3 times, and they finally connected.
So the Tigers have it at the 27. Tigers going in their NASCAR set. They run the football here. A couple of missed tackles, and finally being hauled down is Dominique.
Yeah.
Dominique.
Look like we're going to have to get Monroe and Henderson back in there.
Damian Anderson with the tackle. And we have an injured Brave at the 25-yard line. It'll be a cramp. Well, Cedric Tillman, big run, big throw by Hickbottom.
Yeah, it definitely got behind the safeties there. He got that ball off just in time. The Braves had a little pressure on him, but he got that ball out of there, and it was a good throw and catch.
All right, Cedric will have a little work to do there as Jacorian Wren hobbles off. Looks like he's okay. Well, A&M has countered 43-41 with 3:54 left. Boy, you talk about an entertaining game in Huntsville. I wonder what the temperature is over there. I bet you it's probably 40 degrees over there.
Or less. Raining. Every time we go over there, baby.
Yeah. Well, let's make sure this isn't bad here. And on the read is a pass on the edge, and this is a catch to the 20. Good open field tackle as they got the football to Donald Johnson. They tried a little misdirection to Johnson. Look left, then Johnson to the right. Tackle for no gain. 2nd down and 10. Grambling in field goal range. They have it in the red zone at the 17.
Yeah, Thornton sticking with those subs up front, Charles. They got to go up sometime or another, huh?
Yep. 4 receivers, 2 left, 2 right. Dominique in the backfield. Hickbottom back to pass. Looks, dances, flushed out to his left. Hickbottom looking to run and is sandwiched at the 17-yard line. A pickup of 1. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, Solomon Muhammad ran into him that time.
10 minutes left in the 3rd quarter. A big 3rd down and long coming up. And actually, with no progress on that play, so no gain. 3rd and 10 here at the 17. 13-10, the Braves with the lead, but the Tigers are in the red zone. Hickbottom out of the gun, back to pass. Looks, throws underneath, and it's caught and dropped.
Good defense there. You can't play that any better.
Intended for Rash. So the Braves D holds after the big play by Richardson. So now a field goal attempt from Mendez coming up. Made one earlier. He's 8 of 14 on the season. And they'll spot this from the 24 near hash mark. 34-yard field goal attempt to tie it up. High snap, ball now. Kick is up. And the kick is no good. He missed it. Wide left.
Wow.
He hooked it. That takes us to a timeout. Braves with the ball in the lead. Heck of an opportunity. 13-10. The Braves with the lead is Mendez missed it. Back in a minute. This is Braves football.
Peekaboo. Peekaboo. Smile. Smile, buddy. Come on. Smile. Oh, honey, is he still not smiling?
Maybe he's not a smiler.
Yeah. Maybe he's just not a happy baby.
Maybe he's just being a boy. You know how boys are.
Or maybe he's teething. Oh, poor baby. I think his gums hurt.
Maybe he's just tired.
Or maybe his tummy hurts. He didn't eat that much.
Maybe he's not ticklish.
You think maybe he's scared of a dog?
Maybe he'll outgrow it. Maybe it's a phase. Maybe he just doesn't like smiling.
Maybe he has autism, and we can definitely do something to help.
Maybe is all you need to find out more about autism. No big, joyful smiles by 6 months is one early sign. Learn the others at autismspeaks.org.
Cedric Tillman, Mendez coming in, hitting a little more than half his field goals, and missed a short one right there, and the Braves retain their 3-point lead.
Yeah, we needed that break, so we got to get this offense rolling and try to get the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, we had the big punt return by Pringle. That ball's down. Is it us, or is it what Grambling's doing defensively? I know Waller banged up a little bit, and we got some other stuff to deal with, but is it us or is it Grambling?
Well, a little both on that series, Charles. Just a couple of miscues there, and I think one down he had to get rid of the football because of the pressure coming to him.
I was going to disagree with you a little bit. I think Grambling's been playing well the whole game across their defensive front.
Right.
They've been able to bring a lot of pressure. That's what's enabled that backside to hold up. But I think it's Grambling's defensive front.
Yeah,
I don't know if they can hold up the whole game, but they've been riding them so far.
Yeah, they're definitely not giving him time to play football.
That's it. That's been the difference, is that front.
Well, close game here, close game in Huntsville. 3 minutes left. A&M with the ball. Jackson State with a 43-41 lead with 3 to play in what pretty much amounts to an elimination game there in Huntsville. All right, Duffy to the left of Harper, and Harper's pass, and this is caught on the post, and it's a first down, and a couple of missed tackles, and a gain out to the 45-yard line, a 25-yard gain on the post. Threw it right in there with Darius Anderson having a monster game, and it continues. Gain of 24 to the 44.
Good job that time. They're giving them a lot of room, as Cedric said earlier. They still are 12 yards off the line.
Harper again, and we've got a flag.
Got to be a false start. Got to be, because they stopped the play.
Well, the Braves haven't really hurt themselves with penalties, but it hurts right there. And really the only thing...
Call it on Blair.
That's a 5-yard penalty. 10 first down.
Being behind the chains, and that was kind of the theme in the first half. We're able to dodge that negative, but we're 1st and 15 here at the 39. They're on 39. 9 minutes left here in this third quarter. On the 39-yard line, 1st and 15. Off the RPO, Harper square out, and this ball is caught. Are they going to rule it a catch? Yes, they do. Blair
caught it.
Blair to the 49-yard line. Got the positive yards back. About a 10-yard gain for Blair on the square out. So 2nd and 5 for the Braves.
Braves not substituting, so that keeps Grambling from substituting it, but they're not rushing. They just aren't substituting.
2nd down and 5. Harper again looks throws, and this is caught Blair. First down. Oh, the ball comes loose.
Oh, he's down. He's down.
He's down. The referee says he is down.
He's down.
So first down at the 27.
No doubt he's down.
First down for Chris Blair. Yep, he was down for sure. Looking at the replay.
Yeah, he's down.
Yep, clearly down. All right, so the Braves, Cedric Tillman, on the march.
Yeah, on the march again. Let's see if we can cash in here, guys.
All right, first down, Harper. Rolling to his left off the play fake, and he throws on the square out, and this is incomplete. He'll throw that one halfway across the field.
That's upfield penetration again by Grambling.
Darius Anderson. Well, he's been targeted a lot in this game. He's had a solid game. 2nd down and 10. That stops the clock with 7:57 left. Braves trying to add to their 3-point lead here at Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium.
Grambling with 6 people, 7 down in that box.
Here's Harper again, pass deflected at the line, trying to get it out quickly. So to bring up 3rd down coming up here. 3rd down and long. Harper tried to get it out quickly, and that was Fontenot, the DB, You got a piece of it. So 3rd and 10 from this spot. If you don't pick up another yard, you're looking at a 43-yard field goal by McCullough. If you don't pick up anything here on 3rd down. Braves at the 26 of Grambling. 3-point Alcorn lead, 13-10. 7:53 left in the 3rd. Harper straight back to pass. Looks, throws. This ball is intercepted and returned from the 15 to the 20. Second pick. Second interception by Harper. Try to get that one in the end zone and picked off.
Good job by the back end of that defense that time. That ball stayed in the air a long time.
Harper had good protection. Well, there was pressure in his face. It might have been partially deflected. It was in his face, slightly underthrown, and picked off by Starks, the DB.
Free safety just got over there. He played center field and followed the ball.
Well, the Braves still have the 3-point lead, trying to add to it on that 3rd down and long. All right, so the Tigers, 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Tigers going to go back to the run here. We have a flag down, and tripped up his
holding.
Elder.
They should be holding based on who threw it. But now anything can happen up in there.
Yep. Holding against the Tigers. That'll push them back to around the 7. We'll push them back inside the 10-yard line, right at the 10. All right, so Tigers 1st and 20. With 7:38 left in the 3rd quarter. Defensive battle. Some big plays, but not many. Here's a check down, and this is a catch. Elder sheds a tackle down the sideline and pushed out of bounds. And they'll mark them at the 13, 14-yard line. They'll bring up 2nd down and long. We need to get to the 30. So 4-yard pickup, 2nd down and 16. Tigers and Braves, 13-10. The Braves with the lead here in the 3rd quarter, more than halfway through it. Bottom back to pass, looks, flushed out to his right, another hold, and he's tackled and sacked at the 1. So the Braves defensive line winning the battle big time here. Probably a hold on the Tigers again.
Yeah, you can turn that one down.
Take the sack. Oh, it's against the Braves.
What do you call?
I wonder, that's a big 15-yard penalty. I wonder, was it a hit to the head?
It wasn't on the quarter. What do you call?
I think it was a personal foul, Cedric Tillman. I'm thinking it's a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, we can't tell. Let me see if I can find out on the sideline.
I think it was Barnes. The way the referee was calling it, he kind of slapped the side of his head, maybe a hit to the head. It's automatic 1st down.
It was on somebody other than the quarterback.
Nick Bonham, here's a check down, caught to the 30, 35, 36-yard line. Elder. That was an automatic 1st down. We thought it was a hold on the offense. I think it was a personal foul hit to the head on the defense.
May have been, but I said it was on somebody other than the quarterback. You saw the play with the quarterback. Nobody hit him.
Yeah.
He just went down.
2nd down and 3. And they run the stretch play here.
Right there.
And no gain. And the Tigers really just muddling along. Darquez Bruton, the freshman from Tallahassee. No gain. All right, Cedric Tillman, 3rd and 5 coming up here for the Tigers.
Yep.
And we expect here on 3rd down and 5, can the Braves continuing to bring pressure, a draw, or?
Well, let's see right here.
Well, they're going with 4 wideouts.
Yeah, they're keeping them spread the entire game.
All right, Hickbottom back to pass, looks, throws, and ball's caught. 1st down. Just setting the scene. Kobe Ross, the first time we've called his name today, the redshirt junior from Decatur, Georgia. So Grambling, well, that was a big 15-yard penalty that kind of sparked the Tigers a little bit. Braves got to get back to work here as Grambling is in Alcorn's territory.
That drive in the first half started with a penalty.
5:56 left. Here's a check down again. Elder, does he get a block? Nope. There's a flag down here. The line judge threw it.
It's going to be on that receiver for holding. Bag him up.
So first down and 20 coming up here.
The holding on the receiver.
A bunch of flags in this one. A bunch of laundry in this game.
So number 10. That's what it should have been.
Well, every time the referee gets ready to call the number, his mic goes out.
Yeah.
Well, Tigers are pushed back to the 41 for first and 20. And kind of back and forth. 5:47 left, clock moving. Braves clinging to a 13-10 lead. Marquez Bruton in the backfield. Backs to the left and right of Hickbottom. Bruton comes out in motion. Here's Bruton with the catch. Bruton to the 40. Bruton to the 44-yard line. Minimal gain of 4. Going to bring up second down and about 16.
You can see that play coming from up here, and Burks did a good job of fighting off that block to get back inside, to not let him outside of him and to push him back inside, then come off the block and actually make the tackle.
Second down and 16. 13-10, the Braves with the lead here in this third quarter. Hickbottom back to pass. Looks, steps up. Hickbottom can take off. Hickbottom to the 40. Hickbottom to midfield. We're to bring up third down and 11 with 4:50 left here in this third quarter. You have to keep an eye on Hickbottom. He had almost 200 yards rushing last week. He can run the football. Hasn't really been a factor running the football all game. The Grambling running game really not been a factor. Third down and 11 here at midfield.
Story today been the two defenses.
4:26 left, third and 11. Braves up 3. Hickbottom back to pass. Looks, throws down the field. High pickoff. Wilson with the pick. Down the sideline he goes and out of bounds. He had an open receiver. He overshot him, and the Braves get the pick.
Now, who's this 15-yarder going to be on?
Sorry, that was Cole with the pick.
Yeah, is that going to be on number 60 for Grambling, or is it going to be on 96 for us?
Well, let's check it. Cedric Tillman, good job with the defense there. We're open receiver that Hickbottom missed, so let's check the marker.
Yeah, definitely overthrow through the receiver that time. Cole was right there to catch that. So they're looking at the spot, and I'm not sure which way it's going. Against Grambling. One receiver rep said it was against Grambling.
Unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
They disqualified him. They say he threw a punch. But number 60 may have been trying to get number 19 out of there, but I saw 60. I guess apparently he wasn't swinging. He was pulling his teammate.
Well, we'll look at the monitor here. It was a high throw.
They disqualified him. Then they think he threw a punch. He's saying number 19.
Well, he overthrew.
Oh, yeah.
Trash.
I'm trying to see the penalty. So I owe number 60 an apology. What he was doing was breaking it up.
Well, we're looking at the ESPN replay to see.
Yeah, but they're not showing us the penalty.
Oh, they're not.
But he said number 19, I think.
Yep, and Grambling getting another quarterback ready, Charles Wright. So you might be right on that. It looks like Hickbottom might be gone, and the Braves might have a chance to put this one not away, but give themselves a good cushion here with Darius Anderson with the 8-yard pickup. Yep, clearly Charles Wright, the senior from Monroe, warming up. Second down and a couple. On second down, here's Harper rolling down the line, got the first down to the 20 and goes out of bounds. At the 19.
He knows how to get out of bounds. See, they've been talking to him.
Well,
that's number 19. That's who they disqualified.
Hickbottom is done.
So that's the quarterback.
Yep, heading up the hill. So Hickbottom is done. Charles Wright warming up, and we'll play quarterback. Here is Duffy. Duffy to the 20-yard line. It'll be interesting. I'd like to see what exactly happened. All right.
He threw a punt after the interception.
Well, they're not showing the replay of what happened, but clearly Hickbottom has been ejected from this game, and Wright will play quarterback for the Tigers. Well, I think Roger Fobb said it best this week. You know, Hickbottom is quarterback for now, but that could change at any moment, and it has changed.
There you go again.
And well,
he's going to play A, B, and C and go back to A.
Well, he's going to B right now, and there's Felix Harper. Flags all over the place. There's a false starter and offsides on the defense.
If it's on the defense, it's offside with contact, so they stop the play.
Bring up second down and 16. 3 minutes left in this third quarter. Well, this game of huge interest.
Lord have mercy.
A&M just got the lead over Jackson State, 48-43, with 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harper rolling to his left, rolling, being chased, and Harper down he goes. He was rolling down the line, and be careful, Nigel Wood and one of the Grambling defenders kind of going toe-to-toe on the back end.
He hurt himself on the tackle. The big boys with that weight, hopefully he's all right, but he could have tweaked something easily trying to, twist it to make the move with Harper.
Well, third down and 21 coming up here. Injured Tiger player, timeout on the field. Third and 21 coming up for the Braves, up 13-10. That sack might have taken them out of field goal range for the moment. Back in a minute. This is Braves football. All right, here we go. Big third down. Harper tried to get it out of his hands, but was sacked. And a big sack of 10. Third down and 21. A big play in this game right here. Harper. Duffy to the 30, trying to get the edge, does to the 25. Just get some yards and make it a little bit of easier attempt. Like a fourth down and 15 or so.
Oh, we're going, Charles. We're going.
Here comes number 19. You know that is.
He's going to play quarterback. Oh, the fans going to think we crazy, but we were laughing about that. But Fred play football, Charles. He's going to try to get his points.
Well, he's
not listening to the crowd.
This is from a far hash mark, so interesting here. McCullough can slam it through, angle it. Blue beholder, snap back ball now. Kick is up. And the kick is good. He's got it. So McCullough, his third field goal of the game. That takes us to a timeout. Braves add to their lead, 16-10 with 94 seconds left. And Charles Wright will play quarterback for the Tigers. The Hickbottom was ejected from this game. Back in a minute. This is Braves football.
Jack's store, located here on the campus of Alcorn State University, where you'll find a full line of convenience and grocery store products. And while you're at Jack's, if you need a fill-up, Jack's has you covered. Jack's is open 7 days a week, 7 a.m. until. Go by and see little Jack, my friend, who's walking in the footsteps of his father, the late Big Jack, and give you the best service he has to offer. So stop by Jack's. When you go by, tell them that you heard it on WPRL 91.7 FM. That's Jack's store, located here on the campus of Alcorn State University. Jack's is a proud supporter of WPRL 91.7 FM and ASU Braves football. Go Braves, go!
Did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill in the...
By 16-10, Cedric Tillman, we have been able to move this football and do some good things, but we bogged down a little bit behind the chains. Good job by McCullough, his third field goal of the game, and we have a 6-point lead.
Yeah, we're just not getting it done in the red zone. You know, we got to cash in touchdown once we get inside the red zone.
Well, Felix Harper, no interceptions the last 5 games. He's got 2 picks today. And you got to be careful when you throw those because Grambling has 4 interception returns for touchdowns this season, and Fred McMahon's aware of that. And we're going to get a chance to see Charles Wright at quarterback for the G-Men. You know, the thing about it, the Braves have done a good job in containing Grambling's running game. Hickbottom hasn't been totally comfortable back there. And now you're bringing in a cold quarterback in a huge game in which your division title is at stake. If Grambling loses this game, all the Jaguars need to do is beat Jackson State next week. Nope.
Oh, wow.
That'll be the 3rd loss by Grambling. Southern has 1 loss.
Well, we were looking at scores during the break, Charles, and if that score is right, that LSU-Alabama game, if that holds up, they're going to rename a bridge in Louisiana. Is it 33-13?
Now that's at halftime or something?
Second quarter, yeah. If that holds up, they're going to name something after Ogeron.
When was the last time Alabama gave up that many points and a half?
Let that final out of Huntsville, Charles. They went for 100, didn't they?
It was a high-scoring game. Yeah. A&M, if they hold on.
I think it's a final. A&M won it, 48-43.
Right here is the kick, and it's going to go out of bounds. It's going to go out of bounds. So Grambling will have good field position here to start. Yeah. They tried a little coffin corner kick, and on this turf, it just squibbed out of bounds. All right, so now you have decent field position for a cold quarterback in Charles Wright, the senior from Monroe. I mean, Broderick Bob had to play 3 quarterbacks, A, B, and C, and if C doesn't work, he'll go back to A. Well, he doesn't have A now. You've got B, and you've got C, and if C doesn't work, you go back to B.
Got to heat him up.
All right, so let's see here. The Braves with a 6-point lead. Wright with 3 receivers back to pass. Wright's going to take off. Wright, no gain. I believe Charles Wright played in last year's game at Alcorn.
I don't remember, Charles. Don't make me feel.
2nd down and 10. So Jeremy Hickbottom ejected from this game for apparently throwing a punch. 2nd down, we got movement, we've got flags, a lot of laundry on the field.
We're calling it offside.
The procedure against the Tigers, that'll push him back.
What, the head linesman came up putting his hand on his hip. Somebody didn't show him. I mean, the line judge. They could get him the signals.
2nd down and 15.
Okay. He tricked me with that one.
Well, Cedric Thorne's defense, heck of a job against Southern a couple of weeks ago, especially in the second half, and holding Grambling. There's 10 points. Wright looks, dances. He's going to take off to the 30, 35. Wright corkscrewed and dropped at the 40-yard line for to bring up 3rd down and 5 for the G-men, and we have a injured Brade back up field. Okay. So 3rd down, coming up 3rd down and 5 here, Cedric Tillman with a new quarterback. Let's see if we can get off the field here on 3rd down and 5, Cedric.
Well, let's see here. It's two straight runs here. He hadn't thrown the football yet. So.
We got to put a second man on the field.
Malik Holbert was shaken up.
I don't think, do we have 11 out there or 10?
40 seconds left in the third quarter.
We have 10 men on the field.
Right back to pass. Looks, throws over the middle. It's incomplete. Had a wide open Donald Johnson streaking across the middle.
We have 10 men on the field.
I'll bring up 4th down. So again, Jeremy Hickbottom ejected from this game in this 3rd quarter. Braves have been able to scrape up a couple of field goals and add to their lead, which is 6.
We need to scrape up another one.
As we wind down this third quarter, and I think Broderick Fobbs is about to make a decision. If Wright can't get it done, you go to the next option. Just try to piece it together. Here's the kick. Ramirez, good kick. Is it a fair catch? No, it's going to be returned from the 5-yard line to the 10 and to the 13-yard line. Pringle with 18.6 left in the third quarter. So Pringle brought down at the 13. One play will take us to the end of the third quarter. Braves with a 16-10 lead here at Grambling, trying to cement their place in winning another Eastern Division title. A win today, and all they have to do is beat A&M next week. All right, so for the Braves, be careful here. Inside your 15.
Personal foul. Face mask. Number 84 kicking team. That foul will be enforced 15 yards from the previous spot. We'll replay 4th down.
Well, the face mask got kind of late. I didn't see the face mask, obviously.
It happened. It had to happen during the play, not after. Because after the play, they would have enforced it, adding to the kick. Now they're making them re-kick. Wow.
Well, 18.8 left. I did not see a flag. I was looking further upfield. All right, so better field position here. Pringle was backed up, and that was like a 7-yard return.
We hope we can get something out of this one, and that we don't make a mistake. Don't rough the kicker. Grambling calling timeout.
Well, Broderick Fobbs not happy at a timeout taken by the Tigers.
Oh, they don't have. Oh God, they don't have enough people on the field.
They're short a man.
Wow.
And these are the type of mistakes if you're a coach at this point in the season.
Those are the kind you've never seen with Grambling. I mean, that just doesn't look like them. I mean, I guess it can happen to everybody sooner or later, but that's you don't see that. Not having enough kids on the field. That's unusual for Grambling.
18.6 remaining in this third quarter. Here's the kick. Another good kick, and Pringle let it go out of bounds. Let's see where they mark it here.
It's going to be inside the 30, between the 30 and the 25. But they hit the ground and jumped straight out. So we gained a few yards.
Yep, at the 29.
Gained 12, didn't we?
Yep. All right, so one play will take us to the end of this third quarter here at Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium. Next week, we'll be on the air at 1:30, Senior Day, so we'll be talking about that. Michael Burns of the Alabama A&M Radio Network will join us next week.
Oh, you know everybody, don't you?
On first down, here's Nico Duffy with a good hard 9-yard run.
Look more like 10, but like they're going to give him 9.
So that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. The Braves 1 quarter away from taking control of the Eastern Division, but it's still a game. 16-10 through 3. Back in 1 minute from Grambling. We'll be back after this timeout. This is Braves football.
Alcorn State University and the Trademark and Licensing Administration have joined to coordinate the placement of the university marks, both externally and internally, on items including shirts, caps, or other products. The university licenses will only use those products which reflect positively upon the university and are in keeping with the university's mission. The trademark and licensing of the Alcorn State University insignia was established to protect the Alcorn State University name and identifying marks. Trademark and Licensing Administration works to preserve and promote the university's long-standing reputation as a center of academic and athletic excellence. Merchandise vendors wishing to use the university's identifying marks on commercial products must be licensed vendors who have obtained permission to use Alcorn State University marks by securing trademark licenses. Campus organizations that want university identifying marks on their internal use products must hire licensed vendors to produce these items. To learn more about the licensing and trademark requirements, visit www.alcorn.edu/trademark and licensing administration.
All right, back here at Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium, final score, A&M did win 48-43. Yep, final score. So Jackson State in a lot of trouble. A&M now is in position in the East.
We need a whole lot of water right here.
Braves with a win and a win next week over A&M.
We need a whole lot of water today.
It comes down to the fourth quarter and a 2-field goal lead for the Braves here, Cedric Tillman. You know, some people thought it would be an offensive show, but it's been anything but that. A defensive show, just one touchdown by Alcorn.
Yeah, you know, we just had some missed opportunities in the red zone, and we just didn't get a chance to put it into the end zone, guys. So hopefully we can move the football here and just, you know, go ahead and at least get a 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter.
Of course, if the Braves do win this game, that helps the Braves tremendously, and it also helps Southern tremendously, because all the Jaguars would have to do is win at Jackson State next week.
But if we win, they lose at Jackson, they got to win the Value Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this will be Grambling's what, second loss?
The third. Grambling lost 3 games.
This will be 3? How you think? The Jackson game, Grambling didn't count.
Grambling, they lost to Alabama State.
Oh, that's right. That's the one I missed. Yeah. Right. I apologize. You're right, Charles. This would be the third.
Yep.
You're right.
All right, so this fourth quarter is huge for Grambling. Their season is on the line. For the Braves, trying to take a definite foothold on the East. And with A&M winning, that game is huge next week. All right, so we start the fourth quarter here. Nico Duffy with a good hole. And Duffy with a 7-yard gain to the 46. We're underway in this fourth quarter. Braves have a 6-point lead, 16-10. Second down and 3. Jeremy Hickbottom ejected in the third quarter for throwing a punch. Charles Wright has played a possession. On second down, here's Duffy again, dragged down for about a half-yard loss. So it'll bring up third down and 4 for the Braves here, just underway in this fourth quarter, 16-10. Grambling trails here.
They wanted to hit that for more than it was there. If he just go ahead where it was going, it probably would be third and about 2. But but you can't criticize him for effort. But sometimes you just go where they're blocking it and get what you can get.
Braves at the 46. They need to get to the 49 to make it 3rd and 3. Harper looks, throws, and this pass is knocked away on the post. 3-step drop. Intended for Blair.
I'm not sure. That was Anderson, I think, but I'm not sure if he didn't just drop it.
Anderson was the intended target, so 4th down. So Darius Anderson has had a huge game. 4th and 3 coming up here. And McCullough on the kick. Be careful here on special teams. Done a decent job. Of course, we had a partially blocked punt, the snap, and the kick. Mile high. Fair catch call for and fumbled.
We got it. We got it. We caught it out the air when he bobbled it.
Braves have the football. There's a flag out at the end.
That's gonna be sideline interference by us. It's gonna be our ball, but it's gonna be out there at the 34-yard line.
Well, I like to see that. We've got the replay here. And we can look at it, and that was a fair catch call for and bobbled and caught out of the air. And the officials are going to talk it over here. Well, Cedric Tillman.
They're not discussing. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. They're not discussing kick-catch interference, are they? But he just bobbled that.
Wow. Caught right out of the air. And Vance Heidelberg, 66, was there. Cedric Tillman, right place, right time. The official talk it over.
Yeah, and I believe it is sideline because everybody ran on the.
Yeah, it's going to be. I think that's what the penalty is. I just hope they're not talking about kick, catch, interference. But I think it's going to be 15 on us.
Yeah, we definitely got the spot. They got the spot. Oh.
See there? I told you that's what they were doing. I knew it.
I'd like to look at that.
Nowhere near kick, catch, interference, but you knew that's what they were over there trying to do.
I'd like to look. Hey, we've got the monitor here.
I know too much about it.
He's ranging to his left.
Ain't nobody near him. Nobody near him.
No.
He just dropped the ball.
No. Bad call.
Nobody near him.
Bad call.
SWAC officials.
Bad call.
They can't review that?
The Braves man ran by him, as a matter of fact.
They can't review that?
Nope. Wow. The only thing I could say, and there's probably no explanation, but if you want to come up with one, maybe our guy might have touched him.
He ain't touched him. Nothing.
Wow.
They just blew it.
All right, well, you got to play football here as Grambling running the football here down the sideline, and a first down run by Richard Justin, the sophomore from Alexandria. I don't talk about the officials too much, but that one,
that's a shame.
Officials missed that one big time. And even, again, we're sitting above the ESPN folks, and even they were shaking their heads. Jay Walker, knows football better than anybody. He said, no way.
That's a shame.
All right, first down from the 44. Justin with the run there. Justin on the run here. Pick up a 3.
Kick, catch, interference.
Minute 37 in. Second down and 7 for the Tigers. Here in this fourth quarter.
We got to go ahead and play. I can vent a little bit, but the team doesn't have time to vent. They got to play. Got to get off the field right here.
Again, Charles Wright in at quarterback, in for Jeremy Hickbottom, who was ejected in the third quarter after throwing a punch. So he'll have to sit out 4 quarters of football. Second down and 6. Wright, they blow it dead. They blow it dead.
If this not on the offense, then they should have let the play continue.
Yep, Grambling backing up. Of course, you got a new quarterback. Second and 11. Well, Cedric Tillman, that's a tough one right there.
Yeah, it was plain as day on the replay. We saw it over here. The whole crowd over here just screamed and moaned. So they took that one from us.
Yep, they blew that one. Second down and 13 here in this fourth quarter. We have 12:38 left. Braves with a 16-10 lead. Right back to pass. They try to set up the screen. Pump fake. Wright gets away. Right to the 30. Right to the 35. Wright gets to the 39-yard line. He still lost 4. So it'll bring up third down and long. Cedric Tillman, back to you. Third down and about 15 for Grambling.
Yeah, I wish we would have had him back down at about the 27-yard line, but he scampered out of there. And let's see, we got to stop him here and get the small bit.
All right, third down and 15.
Well, that was a great effort on the defense that time to hustle and stay with it. They did a good job.
From the 39-yard line. Third and 15. Braves up by 6 in the fourth. Right back to pass. Look throws over the middle. Caught. Short of the first down. Progress to midfield. Rash with the catch. You're at midfield at the 49 of Alcorn. 4th and 3.
With 11:38 left, he might go, but I'm thinking if this much time left in the game, he's down 6. He should punt, but you never know.
Yep, and they are going to punt. Well, at least give you the illusion of a punt.
Yeah. He's only down 6 with 11:21 and counting, so it's tough to go for it from here. But we got to be careful.
Mendez on the punt. And the Tigers will take another timeout. Maybe to talk it over. Well, the games in the conference, there were 2 big games in the league. This one, obviously, we've got 11 minutes left. And A&M rallies. They've been on both sides of the fantastic finishes. They were on the wrong side of it last week against Southern, and they're on the right side of it today, winning at home over Jackson State, and A&M proved me wrong. I predicted Jackson State would win that game because A&M just doesn't bring it at home. And they did.
Yeah.
So congratulations to A&M as they stay alive in the Eastern Division race.
Yeah, that quarterback they got is a handful.
Yeah, we'll be dealing with Akio Glass. The senior from St. Louis has been banged up throughout his career. Second team all-conference.
There you go.
And here's the kick. A rugby-style kick. Braves get away from it. Inside the 10 and down around the 3-yard line. Let's see where they mark it, at the 2-yard line. Actually, the 3.
Yeah.
Slide over a little bit.
Yeah.
So that takes us to a timeout. Huge sequence here as the field is flipped. 10:55 left in the fourth. Braves with a 6-point lead and the ball inside their 5. Back in a minute. This is Braves football.
Great. Work. Sports. Bikinis. 18-year-old guys have a lot on their minds. Accidentally breaking the law probably isn't one of them. Yet that's exactly what young men will be doing if they fail to register with Selective Service. So if you know a guy turning 18, do him a favor. Remind him. Fortunately, it'll only take him a few minutes because that's all it takes to register at sss.gov. Then he can get back to his distractions. Homework. sss.gov. Register. It's the law.
Did you know when you donate stuff to Goodwill, you help provide job training for people right here in your community? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
At WRL 91.7 FM.
Fourth quarter here at Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium. I know the Jaguar Nation on the edge of their seats right now. Their team taking on Lynchburg, Virginia Lynchburg. And, the commissioner did talk about that, by the way, Emmanuel Barnes, and playing these non-D1 programs, trying to build the conference resume and playing quality opponents. Virginia Lynchburg has played every team in the conference, I think, except us.
Yes, sir.
And
did they help in the home game? Because they've been down on this end all year.
He did. The impression I got in talking to him, he's not going to mandate it. He just strongly discourages it.
I agree with him.
To help the profile of the conference, trying to get a team not only in Celebration Bowl, but in the FCS playoffs.
I agree with him 100%.
All right, the Braves back up here. Be careful here. Braves at the 4-yard line. Got a new football in with a little 11 minutes left in the game of the week in the conference. A&M stays alive in the East. Braves trying to take or keep control of the East. Braves, here's Nico Duffy with a big hold to the 20-yard line, 25, and goes out of bounds. Great blocking on the right side of that line.
Yeah, that's part of like the Red Sea.
A gain of 23 for Nico Duffy. So from the 4 to the 27, a 23-yard gain by Duffy, and the Braves get a little breathing room here. Here's Duffy dances and gets what he could out of it. And he gets negative yards. Well, Cedric Tillman, that was a great run, great blocking by the right side of that line.
Yeah, you're right. He came through that hole. He squirted through and just took off and put on the afterburners, man. And we got to continue to get plays like that up front.
Why are we rushing, though? Why are we in such a hurry?
Well, we're on the wrong side of the chains here, though. A 2-yard loss. Second down and 12. Harper, look, throws, pass, bobbles, and incomplete. It was a high ball and kind of hung up there. Just a quick hitter to Blair that stops the clock with 9:57 left, 3rd and 12. Be careful with that. That could have been the 3rd interception by Harper. He only had 2 coming in. He's got 2 today.
Going so fast after that first down run by Duffy, it put us behind the chains.
All right, here's a huge play in this game. Clock stops, 9:57 left in the fourth. Braves with a 16-10 lead, 3rd and 12. You pick up the first down, you can eat up another 3 minutes here or so. All right, 3rd down and 12. Grambling showing pressure. Harper back to pass. Look, throws. This is incomplete through the hands of Pringle, slightly behind him. Had to get rid of it probably a little quicker than he wanted.
That wasn't going to be a first down either way.
Well, that stops the clock. After the big run, Cedric Tillman by Duffy, the drive stalled.
Yeah, I'm just wasn't able to pick it up because they're cheating the safety down low. They only have one back, so I could see why they ran that play the last 2 times. It's there. You just got to execute.
All right, 4th and 12. Careful here. McCullough standing at his 11. The snap and the kick. A low kick, and it's going to be caught around the 32-yard line. And that's where the Grambling Tigers will get it at the 33-yard line with 9:45 left and a one-score game, 16-10. Again, the story of this game, Jeremy Hickbottom, who played so well the last 4 games. Tigers have won 4 in a row. Ejected in the 3rd quarter for throwing a punch. Charles Wright, his 3rd series. And the Tigers really haven't been able to run the football. Just trying to find someone that can get it done. They have Richard Justin, the sophomore from Alexandria, in the backfield now. Right back to pass. Looks, throws, and it's caught. A little square out.
That bird's giving him too much room out there.
Richardson with the catch. A gain of 8, 2nd and a couple.
2nd and 2.
9.5 left in the 4th. Braves with a 6-point lead. On 2nd down, on the read, here is Grambling with the carry. No gain, maybe a slight loss. Justin for no gain. 3rd down and 2 coming up here. 3rd and 2 here for the Tigers at the 41-yard line. And Cedric Thorne's going to sub as well. Grambling subs. The Braves do the same. 3rd and 2. Clock running. 9 minutes left in the 4th quarter. 16-10. The Braves with the lead.
Somebody got to get this slot receiver.
3rd down and 2. Right, will keep it. They call it dead, or is it a penalty?
False start on the guard.
Yep. 3rd and 7 coming up. So 3rd down and 7 yards. That 5-yard penalty. When you have a quarterback that's fairly fresh, every yard matters, and you have 3rd and 2. Now you got 3rd and long, 3rd and 7 with 8:40 left in the 4th quarter. Run sets here in Grambling. Braves get it done. The sun will set on the Tigers. In Western Division chance for the loss here. 16-10 Alcorn, 3rd and 7, right back to pass. Little square out, and it is
out of bounds.
Out of bounds. Incomplete. 4th down. All right, so 4th down, and our good Bob's got a punt. Obviously, you can't go for it here, so they're going to send Mendez on the punt and Pringle back.
Got to make sure they punt it.
Well, Pringle at his 20-yard line. Secure the football. Careful on the rush. I think the Braves will probably just play back. Mendez at his 21. The snap, rolling to his right, and he kicks it. Short kick. Goes out of bounds around the 38-yard line.
I'm not sure what that was.
With 8:15 left.
Going to be out beyond the 40. 44.
So they'll take us to a timeout. With 8:15 left in the 4th quarter, Braves with the ball in the lead. 16-10. Back in 1 minute. This is Braves football. All right, back here at Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium. One of the games of the week in the conference. Alabama A&M winning at home in the final minute against Jackson State, 48-43. That keeps A&M alive. The Braves with a win here, 8-15 away, and a win over A&M next week, and they win the Eastern Division.
One game at a time, Charles. Got to get this one done, but you're right. The math is correct.
Well, Texas Southern with a little spurt here with 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter, 27-21. Bama State over Texas Southern. I predicted TSU to win that one. Prairie View over UAPB 37-20. I had Coach Thomas winning that game, but Prairie View, they got off to a 16-0 lead, and never looked back. All right, so Braves don't want to look back. They want to roll forward, move this clock forward. Another score here would be nice. They have the football at the 44-yard line. Felix Harper, decent game, couple of picks, but the Braves have been effective. One touchdown, 3 field goals. Play action for Harper. His pass batted away. Or they look for Nigel Wood on the play fake, and it was batted away. Second down and 10. Well, the Tigers brought pressure. Jeremy Carter, the senior linebacker, knocked it away. They were looking for Nigel Wood, and Carter just batted out like a basketball. Speaking of basketball, our men lost to ULM today in overtime, and the Lady Braves, small loss to Stephen F. Austin. Second down and 10, and the Braves, Nico Duffy plowing ahead. Duffy to the 48-yard line, where it'll bring up third down and 6 here, Cedric Tillman. A big third down coming up for Alcorn.
Yeah, let's see what we do here. The first play they batted down, that play is there because they're blitzing off the corner. There's nobody out in the flat. So let's see if we can pick something out, maybe out in the flat that can pick up the first down.
Will the Tigers bring pressure, Emmanuel Barnes, and the Braves got to pick it up?
Well, they've been doing it all game long. I don't think they're going to stop now, Charles.
Play clock at 13, 7:35 left. Big third and 6 coming up. Braves approaching midfield, up 16-10. Harper back to pass. Look, throws one-on-one for Anderson. Incomplete. He was covered by McWilliams.
Wow.
And they'll bring up fourth down.
I guess all of that was incidental contact.
A lot of back and forth there is Anderson and McWilliams. Anderson has been the star in the receiving category today, and they were going for it there, going for the deep ball, 4th and 6. And now another kick by McCullough coming up here. Again, you have to get the protection. Is Devonair Martin back? 7:24 left. 6-point Alcorn lead. The snap, the kick. Mile-high kick. Fair catch called for by Martin, and he's got it around the 16. So that's where the Tigers will have it in their backup quarterback, Charles Wright. Again, Jeremy Hickbottom was ejected in the third quarter for throwing a punch. This is, the 4th series by Charles Wright. And basically, he's just thrown some square outs, and the Tigers have been trying to run the football. The Braves have done a decent job of the Tigers running the football.
Both defenses have played pretty well, Charles.
Grambling had 307 yards of offense running the football last week. And over 500 yards of offense for the game. They were even close to that today. Wright out of the gun. They take the end around. Wright throws. Ball deep in double coverage, and this ball is caught. Picked off in double coverage.
Number 22.
And that's Torrance Wilson. It was caught by the Braves. Wilson in double coverage. Well, they were going for the deep ball right there, and the Braves get a turnover. With 7:08 left. Right into double coverage. Well, Grambling getting it deep.
ruling on the field is innocent. That play is on the front of the review.
Oh, they're going to review it. All right, so let's see here. Again, we can see the replay. We're sitting to the right of the replay booth.
Well, the replay they just showed looked good.
I'm anxious to see here.
Not enough to turn it over.
Let's get another look at it here. We will take another look. All right.
After further review, the ruling on the field of the interception is confirmed.
Yep. Well, it didn't take long to review that.
No.
All right, so the Braves, Cedric Tillman, get a turnover. Interesting play call there, and they went deep. It's a 6-point game, and you got a quarterback that's not used to this. Braves defense all over it.
That was a big play. You know, he had one. His left hand was up, and his right hand was going for the football, and the ball just landed right in his hand, and he came down with it. Nice play.
Here's Nico Duffy. Hard run of 5 to the 45, so the Braves with 7 minutes left. The ball in the lead, 16-10 in a low-scoring game. Just one touchdown for the Braves. McCullough has been the star with 3 field goals. I think the star clearly McCullough, and then the Braves defense.
I agree with you on that.
Probably more so the defensive line, and right there is the secondary. Interesting play call right there. You got a quarterback that really hasn't done much since he's been in, and you throw a deep ball. You've had halfway decent success running the ball. 2nd down and 5. Here's Nico Duffy again. A first down, a gain of 6.
That's what the Braves need, y'all. Grind it out, get some time off that clock.
Jaguar Nation loving it for the moment. Braves at the 49 of Grambling. Can take their time here. We approach 6 minutes left. Braves should be in no hurry to snap this football. Up by 6. A&M at home next week. Grambling trying to keep their season alive. And here's Duffy again. Duffy a gain of 4. Under 6 to play. 5:47. Braves grinding this game away here so far. 2nd down and 6. Up 16-10. I don't expect this ball in the air too many times the rest of this one. And we have 5.5 left. On this Saturday evening here in North Louisiana.
Trying to manage the clock. Grambling has already burnt at least 2 timeouts.
Play clock at 15. All right, the Braves get set as we have 5:20 left in this 4th quarter. 6-point lead for the Braves on 2nd down. Here's Duffy again. There's a flag down. Line judge through the flags. Let's check this marker.
I don't know what we got here. I don't know what we got this time.
Braves are going backwards.
We had a man in motion. He could have called us moving upfield. They could have been lined up in the neutral zone. I don't know what we got. It's a 5-yard or whatever it is. I think.
Line judge and referee kind of talking it over, just confirming.
Physical shift.
Yeah.
2 men looking at how reset. Let's stop. Replay 2nd down.
Legal shift. So 2nd down and 12, Cedric Tillman, and that set us back 5.
Wow. Don't man.
Yeah, the players are arguing because, nobody really saw.
Only man moving was Anthony.
Right. He went in motion, so I don't get that.
All right, well, you got to fight through this here. 2nd and 12 with 5 to play, clock running. 2nd and 12. Braves are up by 6. Harper, Duffy, no gain. 3rd and 12 coming up for the Braves. With 4:43 left. Play clock starts. Game clock continuing to run. Big 3rd and 12 here with 4.5 minutes left in this 4th quarter. What does Elliott Ratton come up with here on probably the play of the game? 3rd and 12 from your 49. The Braves are already set. Play clock at 12. Play clock at 10. Now the Braves get set. Duffy to the right of Harper. 4 receivers, 2 right, 2 left. Harper back to pass. Looks, hit as he throws. And this ball is incomplete. Oh, and there's a flag.
Yeah, gotta be.
Maybe face guarding, interference. Or they brought pressure.
Rolled him out of bounds.
And this will give the Braves a first down. Defender probably didn't look back.
Now they're going to talk about picking it up. You got to watch them now.
I'd like to see the replay of that. They're talking it over, that's for sure, Cedric Tillman. Huge call in this game. We're coming up right here.
Yeah.
There's no foul on it.
No flag.
Don't throw the flag then. If it's not a foul, don't throw the flag. Throw the flag and pick it up.
I'm looking at Jay Walker in front of me, and Jay Walker says, really?
Really? If it's not a foul, don't throw the flag.
Well, that makes it 4th down.
Wow.
That's tough.
You see it right there. He pushed it. You see it on the replay. Pushed him out of bounds.
All right, so 4 minutes left. McCullough on the kick. The snap and the kick. Fair catch. Well, they actually got behind the return man and into the end zone. So with 3:51 left, we'll take a break. We'll catch our breath. Braves need a stop. And Braves on the far side. Timeout. 16-10, the Braves with the lead. 3:51 left in the 4th. Back in a minute. This is Braves football.
After the play.
Alcorn State University and the Trademark and Licensing Administration have joined to coordinate the placement of the university marks, both externally and internally, on items including shirts, caps, or other products. The university licenses will only use those products which reflect positively upon the university and are in keeping with the university's mission. The trademark and licensing of the Alcorn State University insignia was established to protect the Alcorn State University name and identifying marks. Trademark and Licensing Administration works to preserve and promote the university's long-standing reputation as a center of academic and athletic excellence. Merchandise vendors wishing to use the university's identifying marks on commercial products must be licensed vendors who have obtained permission to use Alcorn State University marks by securing trademark license.
After the play, after the kick, unsportsmanlike conduct against the Braves. They get it at the 35-yard line.
I'm going to leave them alone, but these officials have struggled today. With the pass interference calls in the first half, they blew the call earlier on the kick-catch interference, and they'll make excuses and all that. They dress it up in all kind of niceness or complexity. They just blew it.
Well, this one here, Cedric Tillman, obviously I think some of the frustration showing a little bit there on sportsmanlike against the Braves there, and the Tigers get it to 35.
Yeah, well, I mean, the coach got a right to be upset on that, Charles. I mean, it's an obvious call, and then, I think the back judge is the one that tried to talk him out of it. And, I don't understand it. He clearly rolled Blair out of bounds. He never had a chance at the football.
Well, that'll be something to talk about on Monday.
Fred ain't going to want to deal with that.
Or at least give his thoughts on it. All right, here we go.
I know you're right. It'll be something to talk about, but I'm not sure he's going to want to deal with it.
All right, at the 35-yard line. Fans on their feet here. Coming out of the commercial.
Are the lights on?
6-point lead here in this 4th quarter. Grambling fans on their feet. Their season is on the line. The Braves trying to take a definite control of the East. Right in for Hickbottom, who's ejected in the 3rd. He will keep it. Right goes forward, and a gain of a couple for Charles Wright. 2nd down and 8. 3:40 left. 6-point Alcorn lead, 16-10. 2nd down and 8 for the Tigers. Wright out of the gun. He's back to pass. Look, throws down the field. Incomplete. And a late
Lord.
pass intended for Red.
He tripped over his own feet.
Now, will they discuss this?
Ain't no pass interference. He tripped over his own feet.
All right, here we go.
Wow. These guys got to be joking.
I mean, it's been a good game, but here the last 3 minutes, or throughout the course of the game, the officials, unfortunately, have kind of taken control of this. It's been more of the conversation more than the game. And on this play, it's about this call. All right, will they pick it up, or will the call stand? Here we go. They do pick it up. And Broderick Fogg is saying, really?
Hey, turnabout, fair play. He liked it when it went his way.
3rd down coming up. 3rd and 8.
That guy coming up here throwing a flag from back there. I don't know how he threw that in the first place. The other guy standing right there with him.
3rd down and 8. Elder in the backfield. Charles Wright out of the shotgun. Braves with a 16-10 lead. 3rd down and 8. Braves showing pressure back off. Wright steps up. Wright to take off. Wright gets the edge to the 40. Goes out of bounds. He got a field block, bumped him away from him, and he's able to get the 1st down at midfield.
Yeah.
He got a block on that left edge that sprung him loose.
The block was on Muhammad. That's a blindside block in the NFL.
All right,
he certainly didn't see him coming.
Tigers have it at midfield with 3 minutes left. Braves by 6, 16-10. Wright. Pass caught to the 50-yard line, 45, down to the 40, down to the 38, Donald Johnson. Tigers spring to life. 2:52 left here in this 4th quarter. Tigers ready to adjust the football. Wright feeling it a little bit here. And the Braves going to take a timeout on defense.
Yeah, well, we had too many men on the field.
So we'll take a break as well. 1 minute timeout, 2:45 left. Tigers and Braves, 16-10. Tigers feeling it. Braves trying to end it. Back in a minute. This is Braves football. All right, Charles Wright with the keeper, a pickup of 5. Inside the 35 to the 34, 2nd down and 5. And an official's timeout. A Brave is down at the 30.
Quarter 4 cramping again.
Grambling trying to keep their hopes alive in winning the West. They win this game, of course, they stay alive. They lose this game, and Southern beats Jackson next week. The Jaguars win the West. The injured Brave is Jacorian Wren. Maybe a cramp. Yep, he's helped up. Braves win this game. They beat A&M next week. They win the East on Senior Day. A&M come from behind win over Jackson State, puts Jackson State behind the 8 ball. Next week, the Braves and A&M. Braves win next week. Let's start with this one. Braves got to finish this one, though.
Got to finish this one first.
Yeah, 2:29 left. Braves with a 6-point lead, just going over the scenarios. Broderick Fobbs told me during media day he loves these tough games. I know he hates to lose them, but he doesn't mind getting hit in the mouth. It's how you get back up and respond. 2nd down and 5. Right out of 35. Grambling trying to grind it out with Elder. Remember, Grambling needs a touchdown here, and Elder, no gain. No gain for Elder. 3rd down and 4 with 2 minutes left and counting here in this 4th quarter. This is what we expected, a hotly contested game. Tons of penalties, tons of conversation for sure when this one's over. So let's hope the Braves can finish it. 3rd and 4. They need to get to the 29. They're at the 33 of Alcorn. Braves by 6 on 3rd down. Here's a pass on the edge, and this is a catch to the 30, and lunging forward right at the marker is Elder at the 29. It's a 1st down. Referee says 1st down. 1:35 left. Referee says wind the clock. 90 seconds left here in this 4th quarter. Change crew trying to get set. Wright getting set. Elder to the left of quarterback Charles Wright. Braves with a 6-point lead here in the 4th quarter. The 29 of Alcorn right back to pass. Looks, throws on the post. And this ball is caught. Touchdown. Tigers. 1:07 left.
And they got a 15-yard penalty coming up on the kickoff.
Receiver got behind the defense.
Got a 15-yard penalty coming up on the kickoff.
16 all game for the moment.
Yeah, mark it on the kickoff. And we may get out there and get in field goal range.
So the Tigers just scored. Important PAT coming up. $16 all game. Charles Wright said that Tillman stood in that pocket, and he hit Kobe Ross for the touchdown from 29 yards out.
Yeah, we had some extra defensive backs on the field, and defensive back just fell down, and all he had to do was run and catch it.
PAT up.
No good.
He missed it.
No good.
No
He
good.
missed it.
And now we can get in field goal range when they mark the 15-yard penalty off.
Well, this kicker Mendez has missed a chippy, and now he's missed a PAT. And Broderick Bob hands on his hip in absolute frustration. All right. So
they got to kick it from the 20, though.
All the Braves need here with 1:07 left is a field goal. Well, that took the steam out of that, said the Tillman, and now the Braves, any points they can win this game right here.
Yeah, we just got to execute and get the ball down the field and try to at least get in field goal range.
2 timeouts left, right?
Yep. All right, so this is what we expected. Kobe Ross with the touchdown, got behind the defense, and with the 15-yard penalty, or you could just see the life taken out of the Grambling balloon for now on that kick that was missed. Mendez coming in 7 of 13. He missed a chippy, and now he just missed a PAT. Tigers will tee it up from the 20. The celebration penalty obviously has come into play here. And with 1:07 left, the Braves have everything in front of them with an opportunity to win this game. 16 all here at Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium. All right, Mendez will tee it up.
If it goes out of bounds, you get it from the spot.
Here is the kick. Deep kick. And it's got to be caught at the 7-yard line, straight up the field to the 10, to the 30-yard line, 35, and Morrison to the 49-yard line. Well, Javen Morrison, 43-yard kickoff return.
58.8 seconds left.
And the Braves need any kind of points here close to midfield. Morrison turned it up the field. There was one missed tackle, got the angle, and Mendez just slowed him up enough where he was tackled at midfield. And Cedric Tillman, the Braves are in business here with 58 seconds remaining.
Yeah, great field position to make this happen, guys.
You still got.
See if we can pick it up here.
You still got the whole playbook because you got 2 timeouts left.
All right, Felix Harper out of the gun. Back to pass. Look, throws. Square out, and it's incomplete. Incomplete. Get it for Anthony.
That doesn't hurt you.
Second down and 10. It stops the clock with 53.4 left. Alcorn 16. Grambling 16. The Tigers just scored, but Mendez missed the PAT. Second and 10 from your own 49. 4 receivers, 2 left, 2 right. Harper back to pass. Looks, throws, and this ball is caught and going out of bounds.
Oh, that's a bad spot.
Third down and 2 coming up here at the 43-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, that's a bad spot.
Need to get to the 41. Third down and 2. Juan Anthony with the catch. He's had a decent game. All right, third down and 2 with 46.5 seconds remaining. Third down and 2. Here is Nico Duffy to the 35. It's a first down.
Another bad spot. They're marking him at the 36.
So first down at the 36-yard line.
You already got the clock running.
37 seconds left. Harper back to pass. Steps up. Harper, fumble! There's a fumble. I think Harper got it back.
Timeout.
His Braves do take a timeout. Ooh. Harper's thrown 2 picks, had it stripped, but fell on it. Back to the 40. And the Braves take a timeout. With 25 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Fans on their feet on both ends. This game's so huge for the Braves. A step away from winning and get another Eastern Division title. Grambling just trying to remain in the conversation. Jackson State lost a heartbreaker at A&M. A&M stays alive. A&M paying attention to this game. Obviously thinking and hoping the Braves lose this game, and A&M with 2 losses. The Braves would have 1 if they don't win this game, and they'll set up a battle at Stinks next week. But that's the scenarios here. Loss of 4, second and 14 here. And now the referee is going to tell the band to pipe down. Yep, and they do. Second down and 14. First time the referee has said that in this game.
Yep.
All right, to be careful here. Second and 14 from the 39 of Grambling. Harper back to pass. Looks, throws, square out, and it is a catch. Nice catch, Blair. They rule it a catch to the 32-yard line. 25 seconds left. Third down coming up here. A huge third down from here. You're looking at a 50-yard field goal by McCullough if you don't pick up another ounce here on third down and 7.
No need to rush it. You got 15 on the play clock. Take your time and get a good play.
Harper back to pass. The square out again. His pass is caught. Short of the first down.
At the 30-yard line.
So you're looking at a 47-yard field goal with 19 seconds left. And here comes McCullough on to win it for the Braves. He's had 3 field goals in this game, and he's looking for his 4th. Greg Blue, the holder. They'll spot this one at the 37. This from 47. Far hash mark to give the Braves the lead. Snap back, ball down. Kick is up, and the kick is going to be no good. Wide right. Looks like we're heading overtime with 14.5 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. And you know how the overtime works. Coin toss, you defer. You want the ball second to see what you need to do. That's where we're heading. It's still 14.3 on the clock. Well, the PAT missed, keeping us in the game right now. All right. This quarterback Charles Wright in for Jeremy Hickbottom, who was ejected in this game in the third quarter for throwing a punch. Charles Wright really been stuttering and stammering along, and then he hit Kobe Ross from 29 yards out with 40 seconds left. Looks like Grambling.
That was a huge one, Charles.
Like Grambling just going to take this one into overtime.
Got to make sure.
Got the wing tee. You take a knee. And that will send us into overtime. Well, Cedric Tillman, get y'all the mic ready. We got a coin toss, and we got overtime coming up. Buckle up, folks. Overtime here at Eddie Robinson Memorial. 16 all. Back in a minute. This is Braves football.
Alcorn State University and the Trademark and Licensing Administration have joined to coordinate the placement of the university marks, both externally and internally, on items including shirts, caps, or other products. The university licenses will only use those products which reflect positively upon the university and are in keeping with the university's mission. The Trademark and Licensing of the Alcorn State University insignia was established to protect the Alcorn State University name and identifying marks. Trademark and Licensing Administration works to preserve and promote the university's long-standing reputation as a center of academic and athletic excellence. Merchandise vendors wishing to use the university's identifying marks on commercial products must be licensed vendors who have obtained permission to use Alcorn State University marks by securing trademark licenses. Campus organizations that want university identifying marks on their internal use products must hire licensed vendors to produce these items. To learn more about the licensing and trademark requirements, visit www.alcorn.edu/trademark and licensing.
All right, welcome back to Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium. We have overtime coming up here in a game that means so much in this Eastern and Western Division race. Some expected a shootout, a lot of fireworks on the offensive side of the ball. But both defenses really been kind of stout, and that's what we've got here. Emmanuel Barnes, a 16-all game. We are awaiting the coin toss for overtime.
Story of this game is two good defenses and poor officiating.
Yeah,
but it's been a good football game when the teams have been allowed to just play each other.
All right, here we go. Teams are on the field for the coin toss, the all-important coin toss here at Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium. All right, here we go.
The one on the toss is to decide what we play offense, what defense. The loser of the toss is to decide what end we're going to play on. Alcorn, you're the principal. Okay, I got a 150 and I got a flag logo. You can play 150. All right, it is 150. We want to play defense. You're going to play defense. You want to play on the side. You're going to play on the side, okay?
All right, so the Braves won the toss, and as expected,
going on defense.
They defer, so they'll be on defense first here in overtime. What a game if you like defense. And unfortunately, some iffy calls and no calls, to say the least. That'll be talked about. It's one of those games you'll be talking about it for a while. More so with the Braves win. All right? So the Braves will get the ball second, so the Tigers will get the ball first. They'll be on this left side from your right to left, going in. So with the Braves winning the toss and deferring, they'll know exactly what they have to do, and they can win the game. Of course, if Grambling scores a touchdown or a field goal, the Braves have to counter. Grambling doesn't score on this possession, any points, the Braves win the game. If it's even, after all of that, we go to another overtime. Pretty simple until you get into the fifth and sixth overtime.
You got to go for two and all that stuff.
Yep. Let's hope it doesn't get that far. Tell you what, it's been a wild 24 hours here. Overtime game and in a high school game last night at Vicksburg High. The lights went out on the press box side, and they moved the game to Warren Central. They had to drive across town.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah, and they played over at Warren Central.
Oh,
so it's been one of those weekends, folks, where you just never know what you can expect. You know, the Braves had a 16-10 lead.
Who won the game?
Holmes County Central beat Vicksburg. Vicksburg High beat Holmes County Central for the second one in a row. But the point is that it's just been a wild weekend of football and things happening. All right, so here we go. Grambling going from your right to left from the 25 going in. Of course, it's no game clock. It's all about getting it done here. All right, here we go. Right in for Hickbottom, who was ejected in the third quarter. Right. And we have a run here and a loss as Elder thrown down for a 3-yard loss. And what's interesting here, Manuel Barnes, because this kicker, Mendez, has struggled. He's missed a field goal and a touchdown. Interesting, you get into fourth down situations, especially if it's kind of deep, and right now they lost 3 there. And you're looking at a 45-yard field goal if you don't do anything else.
Yeah.
But we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
I imagine they'll try it. You know, you want to try to get some points.
Second down and 13. Right back to pass. Looks, going to throw the fade again, and this ball is going to be knocked away. Third down. Well, Devontae Davis is a guy that I thought would really have an impact on this game receiving the football. It kind of kept him in check. All right, Cedric Tillman, third down coming up, 3rd and 13.
They were going to take a shot, but I didn't think they would do it then. But we definitely got to be careful here.
That negative play, and Fobbs is kind of in a pickle, I think. The Braves may be in good shape here. I think what the Tigers might try to do is pick up some yards and maybe put Mendez out there for a shorter field goal attempt. You're looking at a 45-yard if you don't pick up anything. Third down, right dances, bounces it to the outside, flushed out to his left. Right can run, but he's going to throw it. So the end zone's going to throw it, and it's going to be knocked away. Oh, man, on the back of the end zone. Good recovery by the Braves on the back end in the end zone. Ball hung up there a while.
You can say that twice.
Intended for Ravion Richardson.
You can say that twice, Charles.
Well, I tell you what, Wright had an opportunity to run the football and pick up yards, and Burke just got a piece of it. And now here is Mendez. He's missed a PAT, and he's missed a short field goal. You got a 45-yard field goal coming up to give the Tigers the lead. Snapback ball now. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Wow. Tigers with the lead. All right. So now you know what the Braves have to do. They need at least a field goal. A touchdown wins it. Oh, yeah, that's dead center. Looking at the replay. All right, Cedric Tillman, we know what we got to do now.
Yep. We got to at least put it in the end zone. The game is over.
Field goal will send us to another overtime.
That's correct. So, hey, I think Grambling's trying to go for it all. We just need to pick up some first down. Let's play football right now.
All right, the Braves have it at the
How you doing?
At the 25 going in. They need a field goal to tie. A touchdown wins it. They come up empty-handed. The game is over. Harper looks, throws, and is knocked away. Intended for Blair. Now, how ironic is this game in just the history? Remember, Manuel Barnes, we had a touchdown in double overtime at home, and Grambling blocked the PAT. Remember that game?
Oh, yeah.
And then Grambling scores, and Mendez misses the PAT late, just thinking about the history between these two teams. We're in overtime, the first OT. Grambling with a 19-16 lead. Second down and 10 for the Braves at the 25-yard line. Need a field goal to tie, a touchdown to win it. Harper Back to pass. Here comes pressure. He throws, and it's incomplete. Threw it again behind Pringle. Third down, as Manuel Barnes, as you like to say, third down coming up.
Third down.
All right, Cedric Tillman, back to you. It's 2 downs here. 3rd and 10 coming up.
Yeah, 3rd and 10. We just got to pick up some yards here. If we don't get the first down, just get in field goal range.
Yep. If you don't pick up another inch, of course, you go from the 25. So if you don't do anything, you have McCullough on to try to tie it up. He's hit 3 field goals in this game.
The only thing, you must make sure you don't take a loss here.
Harper back to pass. Look. Chase steps up. Harper dances. The check down is caught at the 20-yard line to the 15, and it's a first down.
Oh, yeah.
Felix Harper, what a play.
What a play. Felix Harper.
Ray's definitely in field goal range now.
Got to have eyes in the back of his head because he got spun around then and still found a man downfield.
So the Braves have it at the 12-yard line of Grambling. Touchdown wins it. Field goal sends us to another overtime. The Braves in good shape here at the 12-yard line of Grambling. 19-16. And here's Nico Duffy. Duffy falling forward for a 2-yard pickup at the 11. 2nd and 8. Here in overtime. The first OT. Grambling got a field goal. The Braves need at least that. 2nd down and 8.
I'd rather have a touchdown, Charles. I don't want to trust the field goal. And I'm not talking about Cora. I mean, there's just so many things can go wrong.
2nd down and 8 for the Braves. They can pick up a first down at the 3. 19-16 Grambling. Harper rolling to his left. Rolling, throws, and it's incomplete. Sailed it too far, intended for Anthony.
They actually played it pretty well. He didn't have anywhere to sneak that in there.
All right, Cedric Tillman, 3rd down coming up, 3rd and 8.
3rd down. I would like to see if they're going to roll him, why don't they roll him to his left? I'm not understanding that the last couple of times we rolled to his right.
All right, 3rd down. They can pick up a first down at the 3-yard line. First overtime, Grambling Mendez a 45-yard field goal. Grambling with a 3-point lead. Braves don't pick up a first down here. McCullough can come on to tie it, but let's see what happens here on 3rd and 8. Harper, they blow it dead. Oh, flag. Uh-oh. They blow it dead. Laundry on the field. Braves walking the other way. False start. 3rd and 13 coming up. That hurts a little.
Might give him a little more room to throw the ball.
3rd down and 13 for the Braves. They're at the 16. They need to get to the 3. You do the math. 3rd and 13 for the Braves here. Down 3. They need a field goal to keep the game going and send us into a 2nd overtime. Touchdown wins it. Anything less than that, Grambling wins it. All right, 3rd down and 13 for Harper. Nico Duffy to the left of Felix Harper. 3rd down and 13. Harper, play action, looks, steps up, throws, and his ball incomplete. Has a post and had a touchdown to Anthony. It was there.
It was there.
All right, so now McCullough on to send us to a 2nd overtime. So this ball is at the 16-yard line. 33-yard attempt. Greg Blue, the holder. Well, you got to have a nerves of steel. Blue, you've been seeing him hold the last couple of games. This to send us into another overtime. Snap back ball now. Kick is up. The kick is no. He missed it. He missed it. He missed it. Wide right. Grambling wins. McCullough pushed it wide right. Grambling wins 19-16 in overtime. McCullough pushed it wide right. 19-16, the final score. We'll take a 1-minute break. We'll be right back after this. Cedric Tillman and Fred McNair coming up. McCullough missed the field goal. 19-16, the final score. Back in 1 minute.
Have sports, we'll travel. The Open Mic Broadcast Network serving student athletes from Little League, high school, and collegiate coverage right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. From coast to coast, from dusk till dawn. You can catch all student athletic action right here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the station designed with you in mind. Serving the community through faith and athletics, the Open Mic Broadcast Network, the voice of student athletics.
Back here at Eddie Robinson Memorial Stadium, a heartbreaker for the Braves as they fall 19-16 in overtime. Grambling scored with 40 seconds left. PAT missed. Grambling got a field goal. The Braves, McCullough missed a field goal. Final score 19-16. Tough loss, brutal loss for the Braves. Cedric Tillman with Braves head football coach Fred McNair.
That was a tough one, man.
Yeah, that's a tough one, man. Had opportunities out at the end. We just got to finish drive, man. We had several opportunities to finish drive, and we didn't. We just got to get better, man. I mean, we came out, let the guys fought pretty hard, but we just got to finish drive. We get up a big touchdown there at the end. We just can't let them get behind us on that, but, we just got to get back to the drawing board and get ready for next week.
A number of trips in the red zone, we just couldn't cash it in today.
Yeah, that's part of finishing. That's part of finishing, and we didn't do it, so that's the outcome of it. You got a good team, you're playing, you got to be able to finish drive on those things, so we didn't do it tonight.
Well, it was a hard-fought ball on the defensive side. The defense kind of kept us in it there.
Yeah, they strained themselves, man. They strained themselves, and, they did some great things, man. But, we just have to make sure we're doing all things our power as coaches. We're just trying to get these guys to understand position they're in, So we get back to the drawing board and get ready for get out of them things.
All right, Cedric Tillman. Well, with that loss by the Braves, I know Jaguar fans are shocked because that keeps Grambling in the race. And now what it means, Alabama A&M and Alcorn next week. Huge game. Braves with 1 loss, A&M with 2. A Braves win over A&M, they win the division. If A&M wins, then the Braves have to beat Jackson, and A&M would have to lose to Valley at the end of the season for next week's game at home, for the most part, for the Eastern Division on Senior Day. Braves had this one with on a minute left. Charles Wright, a struggling quarterback, in for Hickbottom, who was ejected in this game in the third quarter. And Wright, big touchdown to Richardson. PAT missed. 16-all going into overtime. Braves won the toss. Deferred. Grambling got a field goal. McCullough on for a field goal. Missed it. Wide right. Game over. Take a break. We'll be right back after this. 19-16. Grambling over Alcorn in a heartbreaker.
The voice of student athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network.